Good evening or good morning, depending on where you are in the world. This is Mike, aka Mike in the Truck, coming to you from the land of misfit toys. And joining me from halfway across the planet, and again, I'm not kidding when I say that, is Chris Slovick. Chris, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. Thank you very much. I think it's ironic that it's the afternoon here. It's 10 o'clock, and my background is dark, and it's night there, and your background is really light, and it's
Uh,
kind of swapped.
it's called being
But
in the living room with the lights on. That would be the
here we
only
go.
reason.
Maybe I should turn my lights on, but the more I turn on, the more people can see me. So I think I look better right now.
All right, let's jump into it. Uh, we've got two matchups today. Um, we're just going to dive right in, run through these games. Our first matchup is the 87 Washington Redskins against the 75 Pittsburgh Steelers. Doug Williams against Terry Bradshaw. What are your thoughts on this one?
I think, the Steelers have one of the all time best defenses of all time, but I also think that it's going to come down to Terry Bradshaw. If he manages the game well and he does what he needs to do and he lives up to some of his stats, that's good. But he also, remember that 75 team has the propensity to turn things over a ton. They are at home though, so they do create a lot of turnovers. So if they get, even if they're down, if they can create a turnover rush, they're going to get a lot of momentum. I think that the Steelers have a solid team. I think that the Redskins are a good, solid team also. But remember, Timmy Smith was a one hit wonder in the Super Bowl. So to rely on Timmy Smith to get 100 and some yards against this Steeler defense, I don't know. I don't think so. And also the 87 Redskins, when you put up the stats for the simulation, they didn't play the toughest teams in the playoffs. I forget who they played first. But then the 49ers of 87, who were the best team, were upset by the Vikings.
Yeah, well,
And then the
the
Redskins.
Washington played Chicago. That was the game where Daryl Green returned the punt for a touchdown and did that acrobatic hurdle, but also pulled his side and was running down the sideline with his arm on his side like this. Um, Obviously was hurt, but he got in the end zone. That was the difference. So, and then they played
Yeah.
Minnesota, who they beat in the regular season, the last week of the regular season, and Minnesota backed into the playoffs and yet still made it to the championship game.
Yeah, and they dropped that pass in the end zone on fourth down, too.
Right at the goal
Oh,
line,
boy.
yeah, that would have tied the game.
Yeah.
Offensively, they're not but so far off on ability. Defensively, Washington's respectable. Pittsburgh's got an advantage, though. And we're talking Joe Gibbs against Chuck Noll, two Hall of Fame coaches. So this could be pretty interesting. Um,
I think the
let's
running game is going to be the thing. If the Steelers start going hot knife through butter, you don't need Bradshaw. I mean, yeah, you're going to need him on second and third downs or whatever like that. You always need a quarterback in a short passing game and all that. But if it starts going hot knife through butter with Franco Harris and Rocky Blyer, then all of a sudden it opens it up so that Bradshaw can be much better off as a quarterback.
Well, the game does list Pittsburgh as a 3 point favorite, and the over under is 36. And Pittsburgh
And
wins basically 2 out of 3 times.
they do. The scores are close though, which means turnovers or mistakes. So I would say it's 2 out of 3. I think that's Pittsburgh being more clutch than statistically way better. They are better, but so it'll be interesting. They're at home, so the 3 points might be the home factor being in there. It might be an even game, but again, the Steelers are at Three Rivers. And you know what? Three Rivers was such a difficult place for people to win at. I mean, it took the Cleveland Browns till 1985 to win there. Um, and even then, it took some weird stuff. And then in '89, well, that was '89. But anyway, so yeah, so I think it's going to be, if anything, you might see the home field advantage happening with
Being the
penalties.
difference.
Yeah, not that the referees are going to throw penalties because they're in Pittsburgh, but the false starts and the delay of games. I think you'll be able to see that, and in a close game like this, that's going to be the difference.
All right, well, let's take a look. Let's get ready to get on the field. But before we begin, let's hit our national anthem.
Please rise, everyone, for our national anthem.
All right, we're ready to go then. Jarrella's going to kick off, and this is going to be deep here at Three Rivers Stadium. It's the parking turf, the green parking lot that they call a field, and it's going to be touchback there to begin. Doug Williams, he's got Brian in the back, he's got Monk, Clark, and Sanders. Those are three very big names. And Williams will roll out, and the first run's going to be caught by Monk. And our Monk's going to break away, and Monk up to the 49 at Pittsburgh, and that is big. And that is going to be big. It's going to be first down and 10 for the Redskins. Williams, he has Rogers and Bryant in the backfield. Rogers again. Rogers a gain of about 2, second down. 2nd and 8 for the Redskins. Here comes Doug Williams. Rogers will be up the middle, and Rogers will get to the 44, third down. 3rd and 5, and this is where the Steelers' secondary can be big. Williams in the gun. Well, the gun did exist in the 80s. Williams to throw quickly to Bryant. First down, and down to the 36. Well, I'm wondering about Ali Hajishik, the kicker, versus Roy Jarrella. Jarrella might have had statistically a great year in '75, but boy, in the Super Bowl when he broke his ribs, that could be a factor here. But Williams will be first down at the 36. And Rogers gets nothing. So Jack Ham, the linebacker, with the stop. It'll be 2nd down and 11. 2nd and 11 for Williams. A good opening drive by the Redskins. They give to Timmy Smith. Here comes Timmy. A couple moves down to the 29. It'll be 3rd down and 3. 3rd and 3 for the Redskins. A good opening drive here. They give to Bryant. Get a first down. And they keep going, and now they're in field goal range. It'll be 41 from this point if they don't get any more. And it'll be first down. They go full house backfield. Full house. Timmy Smith. It's going to be a gain of 3, 2nd down. Dwight White with the stop. 2nd down. They're still able to stop him. It was like 9 on 4 and the 4-1 there. 2nd down. Williams to throw. Williams, he's going to go deep. End zone. It's intercepted by Mel Blunt in all 6'3" frame of Mel Blunt. And it's intercepted. And a big, big mistake. And we talked about earlier the Steelers' propensity to get turnovers. And this is what they do. Whether it looked like something happened with the offensive receiver, and that's what a mistake that was. What an absolute mistake. Mike in the truck, that's a huge mistake early on.
Yeah, it's a little disappointing. It's got to be a bummer for Washington. They were driving down the field pretty solid, and I thought that was going to be a touchdown, to be honest with you. And it just wasn't thrown properly to the receiver, and it was an easy interception.
Well, in a game where it's only a 3-point favorite, those are your 3 points right there. So it'll be first down. Bradshaw on his own 13. Let's see how they respond. Bradshaw to throw. It's like a good punt, but still it's points lost. To Stallworth, and up to the 40-yard line of first down. So now we're seeing the Steelers come right down the field on the Redskins. First down and 10. Bradshaw to Franco. He gets about a yard, 2nd down. 2nd and 9. Charles Mann with the stop. They give to Harris again right up the middle. There's that hot and down to the 42-yard line. It'll be first down. So here come the Steelers now coming right down the field. After that interception, the loss of points, that's big. Bradshaw, they give to Rocky, and here comes Rocky Flyer again on a run to the 25-yard line. Injury. And that's going to be a first down, 1st and 10. As we go, we're halfway through the first, and Rocky is down. And here's the difference. In 78, they had, I think, Sidney Thornton as a running back. He was good in 78. John Fuqua nearing the end of his, I wouldn't say the end of his career. I forget where he played afterwards. But he's up there in age, and he's coming in a halfback. And remember, Frenchie, Did it touch him? You know, the old immaculate reception. So here we go. People forget he played beyond 72. And he was good. So first down. And they have Reggie Harrison in the backfield action. Bradshaw. It's going to throw. It's going to be incomplete. Second down. Reggie Harrison, of course, in the 1975 season, had the biggest play of the 75 season with the block in the end zone off the punt in Super Bowl 10 to make it 10-9 and give the Steelers the ball back. Boy, did that change everything. 2nd and 10. They got Reggie Harrison in the backfield. They got motion. Bradshaw. There's going to be a flag in Washington.
Third down.
And Harrison will get 3, and here's the penalty, and they're going to accept it. It'll be 2nd and 5. 2nd down and 5. Bradshaw to Harris, and Harris, it'll be close.
Third down, out of bounds.
And it'll be 3rd and 1. No, it doesn't make the first down. 3rd and 1 from the 16-yard line. Another offside penalty. And I'll tell you what, that is, I mean, that's true blue. These are calling themselves. You can't say home cooking when things call themselves. Very easy. But they're on the road, and it's, you know, it could be different. You know, it's tough to stay on sides on the road. First down and 10. Bradshaw. Bradshaw, they get to Franco, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. So this is big for the Steelers now. They're driving all the way down. And again, another offsides. You know, you can hear the snap count. And that's when you're on the road, you can hear the count. You can be drawn off. When people are screaming and yelling, you can't hear it. You go by more ball movement. It's easier because you just go by what the ball says because you can't hear the quarterback. 2nd and 3. Yeah, they got everybody, and another offside. It's going to be maybe a 1st and goal. They only get 2, but it's going to be 2nd and 1. That's 4 on this drive. They're having trouble staying on sides. That's home field advantage there. Bradshaw with a good count. They know they're on the mark.
3rd down.
And Bradshaw won't get anything there. It'll be 3rd down and 2. Now Rocky Bleier is going to be back into the game. So it'll be 3rd down and 2. They got Bleier in the backfield. They might spread him out and give it to him. Bradshaw, no, he's going to throw an incomplete. So now the Steelers have Jarella, and they got to kick this 20-yard. No, they're going for it. Wow, no one to hold him, no one to fold him. Here we go. It's going to be 4th and 2. They must have a lot of confidence. Bradshaw, did he make it? He did not. He's short. He's short by a few inches. And the points they would have gained to the interception are now gone. They're now gone, and I don't know. A lot of times you could say, well, Washington's not moving the ball. You can go here, force them, this, that. But that was a huge call. Washington is moving the ball. So, wow, you know, hey, that happens. So let's see if the Steelers can score here. Maybe that's part of the philosophy. So it'll be 1st and 10 for Washington. Williams, and they're going to score. So, yeah, 2 on the ball. They're going to take 2 on the ball. So that is big. To Chuck Noll, he's doing what he's doing. And right there, it's 2-0 Steelers as they'll get the ball back. And this is down to the 21, Mike Collier. Collier, here we go. He had a great Super 10 off the seat. And he goes into Washington territory, 1st down and 10. And here come the Steelers again. They got to be wearing down this defense by Washington. 1st down, Bradshaw to throw. Bradshaw, they're going deep, normal. They do this, and they got it to Lynn Swan. And Lynn Swan is down, and Lynn Swan to the 13. Lynn Swan deep, and what? Everything worked on this. You know that they're going for the throat. You know it's going to be an aggressive play, and they went one-on-one, and you can't double coverage everybody on the Steelers. You got Swan and Stallworth, both known for their big plays, but 1975, remember, 4 catches for 105 yards for a Super Bowl MVP, Lynn Swan, and you go to him. One-on-one, and he's going to make the coin flip seem like it's rigged. So it'll be 1st down, Bradshaw at the 13. This is the point run we were talking about earlier on in Fuqua, though. He loses 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. Blyer is back in the game. They were just giving him a rest. It'll be second down and 12. Bradshaw to throw. And he gets rid of Swan. And Swan, a gain of 10. It'll be third down and 2. Third and 2.
Fourth down.
And it's going to be fourth down and 1. And now, what are they going to do?
Yeah, what are they going to do? Interesting play call.
Oh, if you're Noel, what are you going to do? Go for it and then make it 4-0? I've never seen a 4-0 game. I think the only 4-0 was Penn State, Iowa, when they got 2 safeties. Somebody got 2 safeties, and then Penn State scored to make it 6-4. And then that's how it ended. It was 6-4, the final. It's like, what the heck?
Well, but Noel going for it on fourth down was a shocker because he's Mr. Conservative. Mr. Big Time Conservative in this area. I think he's going to kick the field goal. I don't think they're going to go for it again. But we'll see.
I think you have to kick a field goal here. You have to. I mean, let's say, here's Jarrella. You have to get at least points on the board somehow. They did 2-0. But now this is going to be up and good. Now it's 5-0. It's funny because that decision to go for it earlier got him 2 points. So we got 5 points in 2 goal-to-go situations, which is not bad. It's a point behind touchdown. So, I mean, it's less than a field goal at time, which really might hamper something. But Griffin, remember, except for that 1 sack in the end zone, they've been moving the ball. So let's see if they can move the ball here. 1:15 to go. Williams, back to throw. It's going to be thrown incomplete.
Second down.
There we go. It'll be second down. Second and 10. Lambert on the stop there. Rogers, and now I can see why Nola's doing this. He's playing the odds going, all right, we got this thing. Third and 11 now. Williams in the gun. He's got Timmy Smith in the backfield. Williams, and it's incomplete. Now they got to kick it back to the Steelers. And 3 plays there, and nothing is going well. And here's Cox again. And here it is, the punt. Nobody runs into the kicker, so the Steelers are going to give it back. Here's Edwards. And Edwards is up to the 47. Well, I mean, the Steelers in the first, they are dominating now. Washington had a good opening possession, but now this is all Pittsburgh now. 5-0. They scored a shot.
Second down.
Your thing in rugby terms, and Rocky Blyer loses 2. The end of the first quarter, the score is going to be Pittsburgh 5, Washington 0. And as much as I want to say this is Pittsburgh starting to dominate, Mike in the truck, I have to be honest with you. It's the couple big plays, and they haven't been able to score touchdowns. If Washington can change things around, this thing might be cooled off, and Washington might have a chance again. What do you think?
Well, I mean, the opening drive, Washington marched down the field like it was nothing. And then the interception where it looked like Doug Williams throws a little bit farther, that's 6 points. And we might be talking about a completely different game right now. So if Washington can overcome that, they've shown that they can move the ball down the field at will on that opening drive. There's nothing Pittsburgh could do. It's been a game of field position, and both defenses are actually playing pretty well. I mean, this could be a higher scoring game, but Washington defense was able to hold. So I think if Washington just calms down, and they just go back to what they had in that opening drive, they're right back in this.
I think so too. I mean, 4 penalties for 16 yards. The Steelers' first drive, when they went down to the 2-yard line, aided by 4 offside penalties. I mean, that's gonna. But the Steelers did not score on short yardage. I believe they're 0 for 3, and that's really difficult. 0 for 3. Because, it's showing that they're going to have to do something else. And Washington, again, is going to reduce the number of people on short yardage. Whenever you stop people so fluently on short yardage, you reduce the number of people, and then the pass becomes harder. So it becomes harder and harder when you can't get those early short yardage. So Doug Williams, you could see 3 of 6, only 6 attempts. He had the interception. His rating is true. But anyway, it's not bad, but they can't do anything running the football. I think that's big. They got to start out with more 1st and 10 passing. Art Monk with a 26-yard reception earlier on. If this is going to be a game of big plays, it's going to be the Steelers, because look at this. Swan and Stallworth, Each catch is over 20 yards, and they're the only ones catching. There's no 5-yard completion here. We're just throwing it up like 1990s high school football style. Let's throw the ball. So let's just throw Hail Marys to our best receivers. Harris and Blyer, good averages, over 5 apiece. But, Fuqua and Bradshaw, well, Bradshaw was sacked, So Bradshaw's 3 of 5, a good rating. He didn't mess up, so that's pretty good. In the second quarter here, Bradshaw's got Harris and Blyer. I think this is the first time they've had Harris and Blyer back there in the same game.
Third down.
And he's only going to get 2. It'll be 3rd down and 10. 3rd and 10. Bradshaw. And they got motion. They only got one back there. The throw down the middle, it's incomplete. Now they got a kick. I think Washington settled now. And Bobby Walton is going to see if he can punt and get it away, and he does. He's not going to, well, he might try and a Yarber. It's short. So it's good. It's inside the 20, but not as inside as they want. So it'll be 1st down for Washington. Here comes Doug. 5-0 down. He only gets a yard. It'll be 2nd and 8, 2 yards. So 2nd and 8 now. They got to throw. They got to be able to throw. 2nd down and 8. Williams to throw. Stopped by Didier.
Down.
And that's Clint Didier, the tight end. 7 yards, and again, it's going to be 3rd and short. Can they get the short yardage? And it's going to be tough because we all know where it's going. It's going to first down. And when you know where it's going, and they still get it, that can be a little bit of red flags right there for the Steelers. It'll be 1st and 10. Williams. And here's Williams to throw. Williams intercepted. That's his 2nd, and Bell's going all the way. And I don't want to say in the second quarter you clinched something, but you made it really difficult for yourself. Really difficult. The 2nd interception, 2nd one of the day. The first one took away points. The 2nd one gave points. And right now it is 11-0. I hope they miss the extra point because that's a weird score, 11-0. But it just made it very much different. You just gave the Steelers 6 or 7 points right there. That's almost a game changer right there.
And both interceptions were Blunt. Mel Blunt.
Yeah.
Both of them.
6'5", Mel Blunt. I said 6'3" earlier. I was wrong. He was 6'5". He's one of those Steelers. They say, oh, well, they were shorter and all. No, he was 6'5". Lower the extra point. And it'll be up, over, and good. It is 12-0 Steelers. They've had a field goal, a touchdown, and a safety. It's like Mario Lemieux scoring 5 different ways. Now the Steelers have scored 3 different ways. They need a touchdown pass, and they need a special teams touchdown. And a touchdown rush. They usually check everything off. And Clarence Verdon. Oh, Verdon, who did he play for later on? He was good in the early 90s. So it'll be 1st down and 10. I remember tackling the Super Bowl. He was the guy who scored a touchdown. Art Monk. And Art Monk gets about 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Well, I mean, the Redskins, they need at least 3 on this drive. They need to go down and get 3 points. They can't do anything there. It's going to be 3rd down and 4. 3rd and 4 for Timmy Smith. Williams is by himself. Bryant is close. He might have it, and he does. Kelvin Bryant a 1st down. So the Redskins are driving down the field. In the second quarter, it's 12-0. Williams gives it Bryant.
2nd down.
So it'll be 2nd down and 8. 2nd and 8, Bryant and Rogers. So Williams to throw. Williams will go to Bryant, and that's going to be down. And here's Kelvin Bryant. Up to the 41, it'll be 1st down and 10. 1st and 10. Williams to Rogers.
2nd down.
He's going to get nothing there. It'll be 2nd down. Well, again, Washington moving the ball down. There's only been 1 punt in this game. And that went for 37 yards. Well, 2 punts in this game. And they go to Bryant on the run, and Bryant up to the 50. It'll be 3rd down and 1. When you have 2 total punts in a game and it's 12-0, you know something else is making the score low, and it's turnover. 3rd down, they give to Timmy, and they give to Timmy on a short yardage, and he gets it easily. And he gets 6, it'll be first down and 10. They get 7, it's going to be a game again. First down and 10. Williams to Rogers. Oh, he had a moving Rogers down the right side and a first down to the 31. So now they're going to be in field goal range. And it'll be 48 from here. So they're looking good here. First down and 10. Go to Rogers.
Second down.
To the outside. It'll be second down. Second down and 9 for the Redskins. They're on the 30-yard line here in Three Rivers. Back to throw. Williams, he's going to fire it down the middle, and it's incomplete.
Third down.
3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 for the Redskins. It would be a 47-yard attempt from here to throw down the middle to Ricky Sanders. But now they're going to have to kick a 41-yard field goal here. 41 yards for Ali Hashishi. Looking at the coin here, and he missed it. He shanked this thing to the right. It was a flip of a coin, and it came up tails. And it's wide right, and that hurts. That hurts. They're moving the ball now, but that hurts there. So it'll be first down for the Steelers. They take over at the 30, 31. Bradshaw, and again, the throw is incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd down and 10. Hodges shoots. Oh, my goodness. That was a big miss. The blitz is on, and Bradshaw throws
third down.
Penalty. And that's going to be Reggie Garrett. There's a flag, our first of the day. Our first Steeler one, I think. No, it's against the Redskins. The first live ball foul, I should say, that isn't offsides. And it'll be against the Redskins, a personal foul, and that's huge. They're killing themselves here. It'll be 1st and 10.
Second down.
And he gets about 1. It'll be 2nd down and 9. 2nd and 9. Bradshaw, they get the fire down to the 40-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and 5. So 3rd down and 5. Bradshaw from the 40. Back to throw. Right down the middle to Lynn, and Lynn Swan will get it down to the 28. A first down, and it's going to go to the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. It's the Steelers 12, Washington nothing. And the flow of the game has been this, really, Mike in the truck. The Steelers, it's a lot of big chunks. You know, let's throw 20 yards, run a little bit, but throw 20 yards. As you can see, Washington is getting the ball down the field. They're 5 of 7 in third downs. Well, the Steelers are 1 of 4, but it's more, you can see, it's more like the long throws, the whatever, plus 2, the Washington penalties. My goodness, these are just big plays that are killing them.
That, and look at time of possession. Washington's had the ball 5 minutes longer, and they haven't got on the board yet. So they've had their opportunities with the drives, but those 2 turnovers killed them. And while they had that great goal line stand on 4th down, they immediately gave up a safety on the next play. So all the good luck they've had with their defense and offensive abilities, they've shot themselves in the foot with turnovers and penalties.
That's at least 10 points. -3 for the interception and +7 for the second one. 2 minutes to go. Bradshaw now. He's got Blyer in the backfield. 2 minutes to go. Bradshaw, they give to Rocky, and Rocky's going to run, and this is what the Steelers do. And Rocky's to the 5, to the 1. He's to the 1-yard line. It's going to be a penalty. What is this? If it's holding, it's going to be trouble, and it's defensive holding. I don't think the Steelers have had a penalty all day. And it's defensive holding, 1st and goal. Before anybody says anything about home field and referees, when you're an underdog, you got to play more aggressive. And that shows in the penalty rankings right now. Washington is down big. They're more aggressive. They need a turnover. You need to force something, so you're going to get more penalties. Well, the Steelers are basically like, we'll just run it up the middle and chuck it downfield. So
Did you
1st and goal.
Did you happen to see who tackled Rocky Blyer and saved the touchdown?
Who was it?
It was Darrell Green, fastest man in football. Took
Wow.
Darrell Green to catch him.
That's incredible to catch Rocky Blyer, you know. And they got Fuqua in the backfield. Frenchie might score this one. 1st and goal.
There's also Harris, so he could be the one to punch it in.
We got a lot of options here, and what is Bradshaw? He might just sneak it up the middle. They give to Franco, and you're right, he scores. It's 18-9. nothing, and the Steelers have an 18-0 lead here. Early on, it's more if this were a slider, well, the extra point. And this will be up and over and good. It is 19-0. If I were to say the 19-0 lead as we kick off, who, is this I know it's a combination of the Steelers being good and Washington being bad in this game, but I would say it's more Washington shooting themselves in the foot.
Touchback.
I would say it's 70-30 right now. The Steelers have had talent to drive down that field, but it's been aided by a lot of Washington boneheaded plays. Really a lot of bad plays. So first down for the Redskins. Williams, they go to Bryant. Bryant to the
Second
31.
down.
And that's going to be a gain of 7. They're going to hurry to the line. Now it's so important that they get something on the board. They're down by 3 scores. They go to Gary Clark and out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
First down and 10. They're driving down the field. And the end of the first quarter. Williams, they throw quickly. Clint Didier,
Second down.
tight
Out
end.
of
Well, you're not
bounds.
going to get so much with 1-yard gains. 2nd and 9. Not only do they need to get down there, but they need to get in. Williams, that's going to be incomplete. Third down and 9. So it'll be 3rd and 9 for the Redskins here. 1:11 to go. Williams, he's going to look. He's going to scramble. Williams getting away. First down, and that's big. And are they going to call a timeout or not? That was big. That was big. They call a timeout. 1:04 to go. So here they go. Williams to throw, and it's caught by Art Monk, and they're going to get another timeout here, down to the 32. But a field goal, no, they're going to keep it going. 42 seconds. This is a big play. Williams will go out of bounds.
Second down.
He's tackled
Out of
near the
bounds.
sideline. And he gets out of bounds, so it'll be 2nd and 15. They have to get down the field because of the time and they need in. Williams to throw, and it's incomplete. It'll be 3rd down. Oh my, 19-0. 19-0 here. 3rd down and 15. Williams back to throw. And Williams looking. Williams is going to go all the way, and it's caught by Ricky Sanders and out of bounds. They get to save their 2 timeouts. They're going to have 4 shots. They're going to have 4 shots if they want. You can see this. Watch the defensive coverage right here. Good against the 3 rushers for the Steelers. They only had 3 people rushing. And they dropped everybody else back in the coverage that gave Williams time. And it'll be 1st down and goal. Boy, these stats are going to be skewed. You won't be able to tell who's winning by looking at the stats. 1st down, Williams. They give it to Bryant. Bryant is in, and it's now 19-6. So Bryant, this is big. And Bryant scores, and it's now 19-6. So Washington was right down the field, and that's big. I believe, who was the defensive coordinator? I think it might have been George Perlis in 75. Okay. It's up, it's over, and it is good. It's 19-7 now. So Washington doing what they need to do. If they were to come in this game and win this thing, they needed to do something, and they did. And they got the touchdown they needed. It's going to be deep, the kick. Now, if I were the Steelers, I could run this thing out. Mike Collier, well, not literally, clock out. Maybe I shouldn't have spoke. You probably heard me. And, they might just run this football here, just not to turn it over. And Bradshaw, and they moved. So that's our first penalty of the day. 1st and 15. Redskins only have 2 timeouts, so if the Steelers wanted to, they could run it every down. And it'll be 2nd and 15. No gain there. Timeout Steelers. I don't know why. Bradshaw again down the middle. They got Lynn Swan, and maybe that's why to the 30. But will they have enough? 2 seconds, so they're going to have one more. They're just going to toss this thing up. So Bradshaw, the pump fake. He's going to toss it up, maybe get a penalty or something. You never know. The Steelers are a big play team. And this is going to be deep, and it is incomplete.
Second down.
People down there. End of the first half, the score Steelers 19, Washington 7. And Mike and Chuck, a very even game, but it's Washington mistakes. The reason why they're down 19-7.
this could be 19-7 Washington on top of Pittsburgh. I mean, look at the time of possession. The turnovers are what got them. They're actually outgaining Pittsburgh 199 to 184 in yardage. Uh, Pittsburgh's got a slight advantage rushing, but Washington is doing better in the air. It's a risk in shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, look at the third downs converted. They're 7 of 9. Pittsburgh's 1 of 4. You look at this and you think Pittsburgh's getting clobbered. It's Washington that's getting beat up.
Well, remember, it was a free 7 points. I'm not saying a free 7 points, but an interception, everybody always assumes on an interception it's all the quarterback's fault, when in reality it takes a good defense to get an interception and stuff to that effect. But on a pick 6 for a touchdown, that is much more skewed towards the quarterback, because now it's one-on-one, it's the throw, and yes, I know it's coverage and all that. So it's not exactly a free 7 points, but they did give away 7 points. The Redskins did, and the Steelers defensively. So you take that 7 away, and now all of a sudden it's 12-7 with the Redskins with momentum. And I'm saying the Redskins have momentum because the Steelers need to prove themselves. You can always tell who has momentum because it's the team that needs to prove themselves that doesn't have momentum. And right now, Washington is proving that they can go down the field and score on this. And the Steelers have been the recipients of a lot of breaks. The Steelers need to prove themselves. And I think the momentum right now is all with Washington. What do you think?
I do agree with that, but can they keep it? Now you've got a whole new half. Everybody's got to start over and reorganize for the second half. Can they continue to carry it in the second half? We'll see. Pittsburgh also could play just ball control and try to eat up the clock here.
I think so, especially with the rushing early on. They might go back to the running game a lot more, and it might be one of those things. They have 74 yards rushing on 16 carries, which is not bad at all. That's a 148 pace. So that's pretty good. So I really think that the Steelers, 75, they have a chance. They can run it out, but defensively, Washington is picking them apart. That's the thing. I think the Steelers have a good buffer, though. That's the thing as we kick off for the second half. And it's going to be deep. The buffer for the Steelers is all the onus on them not to screw up. And in the end zone, a callback will take a knee. 19-7, Bradshaw on their own 25. And let's see, they got flyer back there. They go to Rocky, and there they go, gain of 2. They need a little bit more. It'll be 2nd down and 8. 2nd down and 8 for the Steelers. Bradshaw again is going to throw. And he's going to throw, and he's got Stolworth in the first down. Oh, there's a penalty, and we might see it's defensive holding again. And they're going to decline that. So when you look at the stats, there have been much more Washington penalties. They've just been declined. So there have 2 declined penalties, both defensive holding. Bradshaw, they give to Brown. Brown caught a touchdown in Super Bowl IX, became an offensive lineman in the final 2 Super Bowls. And Larry Brown gets a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down. 19-7. And Bradshaw to throw. Bradshaw's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. 3rd down and 7. 3rd and 7. Bradshaw back to throw. Bradshaw, and it's incomplete. So now they got to give it back to Washington. Washington held. They were giving up. There's a flag on the play. I don't know what it is. It's 7 yards, so if it's offsides, they got to punt again.
I think Pittsburgh moved.
Might have. And let's see what it is. And it is. They moved. So now they got to kick again, and we know Walden doesn't have the greatest of leg strength. Walden again, the punt. Oh, I was thinking, they'd get a repunt and they'd run into the kicker or something like that. And repunt from the 12 to the 15. They got 3 yards on that. So it'll be 1st and 10. The Steelers 19, Washington 7. Williams going to throw to Didier up to the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 4. 2nd and 4 for the Redskins. Williams to throw. They throw, and it's incomplete. 3rd down. This is a big 3rd and 4. Oh, this is big. You give it back to the Steelers, you basically threw away all the momentum that you had. Williams is going to and he's
Fourth
short.
down.
It was a quarterback draw. He ran earlier for a first down for 10 yards, and he lost. He just was a yard short. Fourth down and all that momentum, good night. It's out of it. So there's the punt by Cox. It's going to be deep. Down to the 32-yard line, to the 33. So here come the Steelers down. That's a good punt. The Steelers again, they're going to get what they need to do. Bradshaw. He's going to throw it deep, and it's incomplete.
Second
They can't
down.
get anything there. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Bradshaw's really cooling off. 2nd down and 10. They give to Franco. Franco again. What a run by Franco. But now it brings up a 3rd and short, and the Steelers have not made a 3rd and short all day, unlike the Redskins who keep going to Timmy Smith. 3rd and short, Franco, and that's a first down. That's a huge first down. As they go and they put everybody up there, and Franco with the first down. Here comes Bradshaw midfield. 50-yard line. He gets nothing. 2nd down. He loses 1. 2nd and 11. Bradshaw again to throw. He's going to look and look. He's going to throw, and it's going to be incomplete. 3rd down. 3rd down, 3rd and 11. 3rd and 11. Bradshaw. Back to throw. Bradshaw. He's going to go. Bradshaw can't pull it. Doug Williams. And it's going to be 4th down, and now they got to kick. Bobby Walden will try and pin him. He hasn't been successful all day pinning him. He's been inside the 20, but nothing inside the 10, and that's going to go into the end zone. So Washington, remember the safety for the Steelers, which is looming large. Made it 17-12. Here's Williams now.
2nd down.
And he's going to start the drive off and a gain of 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4. Halfway through the 3rd. Give the run.
3rd down.
It's going to be 3rd down and 6. 3rd and 6 for Williams. Back to throw. And he got Ricky Sanders, and that's a big first down. Oh, that's a big first down. And Ricky Sanders, it'll be 1st down. So 1st down, Williams. Williams to the 30, to the 35, to the 36. And it'll be 2nd down and 5. Williams again, he's going to throw. Didier, it'll be 3rd and short. Now this is the Redskins again, 3rd and short, where they go to Timmy Smith. Again, that full house backfield. 3rd and short. Williams, he's going to throw, and it's incomplete out of the hands of Didier. Oh, that was big, and now they're going to have to punt it back. And it's like a table tennis match now. Punt, punt, punt. And there's Cox. High and deep, and this is down to the 25. Edwards. 1st down and 10. So the Steelers are really holding on by just doing nothing. They're going to get Franco. And Franco about a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd down. This game is slowed down. This were a pail of water to be frozen over. 2nd down and 7. It's going to be 3rd and 5. 3rd and 5. Bradshaw. Back to throw. Bradshaw throws, and it's Stallworth again. And 1st down up to the 45. 1st and 10 for the Steelers from the 45. It's a flea flicker, and Bradshaw's going deep, and it is incomplete. He almost had Lynn Swan. Oh, that was big. A lot of times those things are either caught or intercepted. 2nd down, Bradshaw. They've got Plyer back there. Again, the throw, and it's incomplete. Again, this hurts. There's a penalty, and it's going to be offensive holding. The first on the Steelers all day. It's going to be 2nd and 20. The Steelers go medium range. It's either short or long, and we haven't seen short yet. And there's medium right there as it's 3rd down and 12. First time we saw that, John Stallworth. Wilburn is down. He's going to return a little bit later. He's injured. 3rd and 12. This is big. Are they going to go right towards Wilburn, where he was? Bradshaw again, right down the middle. They got Swan, a 1st down. They throw it. Well, you know it was going to have to be a throw anyway. But they go right to Swan, but I believe Daryl Green, no, it's Davis is on Swan. So it'll be first down and 10. Harris, the blitz is on, and Harris runs around. It'll be second down and 7, and the Steelers now, they got one more play for the quarter. Bradshaw, maybe. Throw to Swan, it'll be third down and short. Really, 4-down territory. Oh, they're going to run one more play. 3rd and 1. They give to Harris a first down. There'll be no debating whether it's a field goal or not. A fresh set of downs for the Steelers. They're leading 19-7 as we end the third quarter. Big as we begin the fourth. Mike, right, it seems like things are ironed out. It seems like the timetable to pull the upset is waning, and it seems like the Steelers have this thing figured out.
Well, I think both teams stalled up until this drive, and now Pittsburgh's driving down the field. This whole quarter has been just a stall out until this drive. If Pittsburgh gets in the end zone, I think this game's over.
Yeah, it's close. A field goal would only make it 15, so that's a 2 touchdowns still, but you need a 2, which is doable in the mind. But if they score a touchdown, it'll be 19 points, and that might be a little bit too much for the quarter. So Doug Williams, the 2 interceptions, really big. That's big, but you look at Bradshaw, he's more intermediate. He's 11 of 21, which is normally what he is, but he's going a little bit more intermediate, but he hasn't screwed up. And that's the big thing, because if you look at this, I mean, Harris and Blyer, they're both averaging over 4 yards, with Blyer going 6.4 and Harris going 4.3. And Harris is the featured back, whereas, look at this, Kelvin Bryant, 5. But Kelvin Bryant, he's more of a draw play third down, so he's going to get those yards. And he scored the touchdown in the game. And receiving-wise, you could see for the Redskins, well, he's, Williams is flushing it out. But you take a look at the Steelers, and the Steelers, it's all been Swan Stallworth. Literally all Swan and Stallworth. I would see maybe a touchdown to Larry Brown here. Really, you haven't had Mel Blount 2 interceptions, which is big. But other than that, for both teams, you haven't really had too much. No sacks, no interceptions. Only one other sack by the Steelers. And I forget who that was by. We'll take a look. That was by Andy Russell. Andy Russell, of course, 1975 against the Colts. That touchdown that took forever. I think it was 74. Made Sports Illustrated. They go to Harris, and Harris gets about 3, 2nd and 7. They're using their running game. They want to take 5 more minutes off the clock just in the last 25 yards. Bradshaw. Again, it'll be 3rd and short. This is the time I think they go to it. Barry Wilburn will be in. He's the right cornerback. So you can see Wilburn. It's going to be 3rd down and 1. They might just give it to Harris and Durham to stop. No, it's a play action and incomplete. It's 4th down. I'll tell you what, I'd go for it. This is where you go for it. Oh, Jarrella is coming in. And Jarrella is like a coin flip. A little bit better, 71%. He missed it. He missed it off to the right. So Chuck Noll, who is Mr. Conservative, he really went for it early on for the touchdown missed, and he goes for the field goal when you should go for the touchdown, and he misses. So he's 0 for 2 in decisions. And they all have that. I mean, he's 4 for 4 in Super Bowl, so he's so here come the Redskins now. They have new life. Basically, it's just a bad punt. Williams again to throw. Williams will throw, and it's caught by Ricky Sanders, and here comes Ricky. Ricky past midfield. Here comes Sanders to the 40. Sanders to the 35, and to the 34-yard line. And wow, this just changed everything. 46 yards. This just changed everything. Mike in a truck, this changed everything.
Well, I don't want to say it's changed everything, because every time the Redskins have a drive, something happens and they don't score. So I guess we have to wait to believe it when we see it.
We have to. Out of bounds. We have to. I think that's a big thing. And it'll be a 1st down and 10. 1st and 10 for the Redskins here. Williams Williams to throw. Williams, the blitz is on. They throw to
Second
Gary
down.
Clark. And I think the one thing missing from both these teams has been a consistent medium passing game. And it'll be second down and 4. Williams, but if the Redskins can get that going, the blitz is on again. The throw, and it's not by Whittier, it's down to the 11. So they can get a first down, and there's enough time. So if they score, they'll go for 1, but it'll be first down and 10. They might even be able to get away with kicking the field if
Second
Brian
down.
only gets a yard. It'll be second and 10. Well, I got nothing there. Second down and 10. Williams to throw. He throws, and it's incomplete.
Third
It'll
down.
be third down. Third down and 10. Here's Doug Williams. Third and 10. Williams to throw. He throws. End zone. Touchdown to Warren. And now it's 19 to 13. Don Warren, the second tight end. He wasn't Goodyear, but Don Warren goes through and he scores. And now it's 19 to 13. And some of the decisions are really the Steelers made are starting to come back to haunt them. It's decisions and not turnovers that are haunting the Steelers, which is strange. But here we go. Hodges Sheik for the extra point. And it'll be up and over, and it looks good, and it is. 19-14. Mike in the truck. What do you think the Steelers need to do? I mean, now it's all momentum in Washington.
It is, but I don't think Pittsburgh can take their foot off the gas. I don't think they play conservative. I think they come out slinging and they come down driving. They have to, because Washington's got all this momentum. This isn't a eat up the clock kind of thing. There's still plenty of time for Washington to score 2 more times. So I think Pittsburgh's got to keep their foot on the gas.
I agree, and I'll tell you what, right now, that, it's 19-14 right now, and that first down is going to be key. The Steelers have to just play for that first down and be aggressive. And if you get that, sorry about that, it'll be big. It'll go into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback here. 10 minutes to go. This is big. We've had blowout games. This is the first really good one. Scrambling, and he goes down. And that is great if you're Washington. They're just piling on everything. Dexter Manley. It's second and 14. Second down and 14. 10 minutes to go in the game. Bradshaw to block.
Third
But
down.
it'll be 3rd and 9 now. He gets the sack back, and he gets an extra yard. It'll be 3rd down and 9. 3rd down and 9. Bradshaw, and the throw, and it is incomplete. It's 4th down, and it is 4th and 9, and now they're going to punt. Bobby Walden. Walden again. There's the kick. Oh, this is all Washington now, and down to the 30-yard line. Well, I'll tell you what, when the Steelers of the 70s lost games, it was like this. In fact, I'm thinking of the Raiders in 1976 when they led by 14, and the Raiders came back in a regular season and then won the game, I think it was 35-28. It was just like this. So first down for Washington, 9 minutes to go.
Second down.
And he gets a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Washington can take the lead on this. 2nd down and 8. Williams. Doug Williams back. He's going to take a look. There's no rush on him, and a deep throw, and it's incomplete. Third down. The Steelers of the 70s never blitzed a lot. Their front four usually took care of business.
I know there's
third down.
I know there's 8:26 left in regulation, but I still think that this is a pretty big play for Washington.
Yeah, I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. They got the momentum and everything. If they get a first down here, then the Steelers are on pins and needles. 3rd and 8. Williams needs to get this. And they get him.
Down.
Big sack by Dwight White. He's a lineman. He just came straight through. They were playing a nickel defense. They weren't even blitzing. And Dwight White broke through. And it's 4th and 14, and now they got a kick. That was humongous now. Because when you say half the quarter, the Steelers can run it out. And there's Cox, and there's the deep kick. The Steelers, if they play for first downs, they can run a 7.5-minute drive and run this game out. So it'll be first down and 10, 7.5 minutes. It's all going to be about the running game. Blyer, they're actually out of a running formation there. Oh, it's a flea flicker. Bradshaw sidesteps, goes deep, and it's incomplete.
Second down.
I think that kind of hurt there, second down. I know what they were trying to do. They were trying to get on the fact the Steelers were going to run the ball and hopefully suck somebody in. That was a gamble, and that's 0 for 3 in gambles. Second down and 10. Bradshaw's pupil on Harris back there. Bradshaw again to throw, and he's going deep. He's got a man, and it is caught by Stallworth, and down to the 22. And just like all the Super Bowls, the big play has been a deep pass. Super Bowls, geez, oh man, I'm thinking 10, 13, and 14 all had long fourth quarter plays. They really defined it in Stallworth. And what a play. Now they're not out of the woods with the field goal. It would still just be one possession. They got to go for the touchdown. They got to go, and it's going to be first down. Bradshaw, they got Blyer and Harris. Bradshaw to throw. The blitz is on. They throw, and it is caught. Touchdown, and that is a response. That is a response. Sorry about that. But there was a response. It was a play action, and Bradshaw just went right down the middle, and they just went for the throat. That's huge. Oh, that is big. And hey, Don Facenda said this about these Steelers. These great teams aren't always great. They're just great when they have to be. And he said that literally about the Steelers of the 70s. And as you see there, they're great when they have to be. There's the point. It'll be up over, and Gilliam will hold, and Jarrell announced it at 26 to 14. So 26 to 14. Ironically, this was Roethlisberger's. It was the score of the game I went to with Roethlisberger and Cleveland Browns, 26-14. But here's Griffin, and Griffin up to the 27-yard line. Visiting home for 3 weeks. It was fun. Williams to Bryant. Bryant out of bounds,
Second
but
down,
they need more.
out of bounds.
7 yards is okay. They got really to the 2-minute warning to play with, but they got to worry about the clock. Every time the ball will be complete or run, the clock will run. Very close. That's going to be first down. They got to start hurrying up near the 5-minute mark. And first down and 10. Williams.
Second down.
2. It'll be second and 8. They have all 3 timeouts. So as long as they score, they don't need the onside kick. If they throw to Bryant, and Bryant will be a first down. Melvin Bryant for 8 yards. Now they're going to hurry it up. 26 to 14. Williams. Back to throw. Williams. And they throw deep. And caught by Clark down to the 16 to the 17. It'll be first down and 10. Clarence Vernon is down. Eric Yorber is coming in. So Vernon is hurt. So here's Yarber. He's at the top of your screen. Will they just go to him?
Second down.
And this game has turned from boring ping pong game to holy cow. This is like a basketball game. Up and down and scoring. Williams down to Didier. Didier, he's in! And it's 20. And now they're going to do the extra point. They're going to hit the extra point here. Aliadjicic, and it is up over. You got to go for one. The Steelers get the extra. They get the field goal. You want to keep it within one score. You're going to need a touchdown anyway. It's 26-21 now. So here they go, of course, with 3:49 to go. If the Steelers go for the field goal, they're probably running out the clock anyway. It'll be in the end zone.
Touchback.
Oh, this is gigantic. First and 10. Let's see if the Steelers keep their feet on the gas or they're just going to run it. They go to Harris. A nice
Second
gain
down.
of 5. It'll be second down and 5. The Steelers trying to run this game out. Bradshaw, they go to Blyer, and Blyer again, a first down. My goodness. They're going to get a free 40 seconds there. As it'll be timeout Washington. They're going to play around with the 2-minute warning to maximize the time. Bradshaw to throw. Oh, that was the timeout there. It'll be 2nd down and 10. I like the guts. They're going for it, but ramifications of that. Oh, they're going to throw again. And they go to Swan, and he's out of bounds. Oh, you didn't want to do that. It's 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6. Bradshaw. They got nobody back. They're going to throw again. He's got to go deep. That's a bread and butter. He got it. Stalwart. Oh, that's the bread and butter. That was so big. Not only was that big and they got the 1st down, but even if they have to punt, now Washington is going to have to go the field with 1 or 0 timeouts. That's incredible. They're going to go with 0 timeouts. They're going to have to go the full field with 0 timeouts if the Steelers don't make it. Harris.
Down.
And he loses 2. It'll be 2nd and 12. It's going to be funny. They could get an extra. Let's see about this. If the Steelers can run a play to run it 3rd down. This is going to be bigger. They're going to have to run another play. Yes, they will. 3rd down. Bradshaw's going to throw. Nothing to lose, and it's incomplete. 2 minutes. 26-21. Can they do it? Mike in the truck, can they go all the way with no timeouts?
Wow. Yeah, they can. They've proven that they can. It's just, will they? Will they shoot themselves in the foot? Will they have another turnover? It's not beyond their ability to do it. It's just, judging by the history of this whole game, Washington has had the ability to score and has blown it with penalties, or they've assisted Pittsburgh with penalties or turnovers. So it's all on which Washington offense we see after the punt.
Yeah, if we're to go by the past, the resume, at the end of the 2nd quarter, that was impressive. That might happen here. But the thing is, for the Steelers, you got to do it twice. Washington has no timeouts. So they got to, first of all, we got to see where this punt is going to be. This is the biggest. This is a big one. He's going to set up what's happening here. Walden. And he's going to try and pin it deep. And this thing, it's safe. It's only 30 yards. It's down to the 9-yard line. So it's going to be 1st down. This is big. Williams. And Williams to throw. Williams. And it's going to be incomplete. 2nd down. So they have no timeouts. 2nd down, Williams. Got to go all the way. Williams to throw. Williams, and it is caught by Vernon. He gets out of bounds. It's going to be 1st down and 10. They're driving down the field. They get that first chunk big. Now they got to get probably to the 50 with a minute to go. Williams down. 1st down and 10. The middle of the field is just terrible. You can't go in the middle of the field. I mean, you can if you know you got something huge. But it'll be 2nd down and 10 now. Got no timeouts. They got to go all the way. Williams to throw. Williams will throw. And it is caught by Vernon. He gets out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
It is. It'll be 1st down and 10 again. Minute 28. We still got the big buffer of time. Williams again blitzes on. They go to Verdun 3 in a row.
Out of bounds.
And now we're in Steeler territory.
Wow.
And now,
Wow.
this is serious. They could go ahead. And Williams, let's see what happens here. They need a touchdown. They need to go all the way. Williams to throw. He's going to go to the near side. Incomplete 2nd down. They've always thrown that incomplete. Might as well just go up there and spike it so it's not intercepted. So it's 2nd and 10. So it's 2nd and 10 now. 26-21. A minute 17. Williams. He's going to be chased. He's going to run. He's heading towards the sidelines, and he might get a 1st down. He's out of bounds. It's 3rd and 1.
Huge.
Very
huge.
big.
But this is also 2-down territory if you think about it.
It is, but the question is, do you sacrifice a lot of time for the short 1st down? That's why this 3rd down play is so big. You can throw it normally on 3rd down, but it's 3rd down and 1. Williams, this is so big. They might draw it up the middle. No, they're not. Williams, he's going to throw normally down the middle of the field, and it's incomplete. Almost intercepted.
That was
I thought,
almost
what's going to
picked
happen
off.
again? Don
Wow.
Warren, it's going to say him. It's 4th and 1. Now, here's the thing. They got to run the football. If they run it, they're going to take a lot of time off. But still, they got that time to do it. So you might see a run here. 4th and 1. This is the game. They don't get it, it's done. It's over if they don't get it. Williams down. They got to get a first down. Williams is sacked, and the game's over. Game's over. They don't run once. I can see them not running on 3rd down, but 4th down. And that was not a blitz. It was Dwight White, his 2nd sack of the day.
And he did it the same way to boot. He sacked him the exact same way he did last time.
Exactly. And it's over, and the Steelers are going to take 2 knees and end this thing. Here's the first one. Bradshaw, he's going to take a knee, and then one more as
3rd down.
This is over. This is over, and the Steelers survive. And I think if you're looking at this game, you see the template on how to beat the 75 Steeler team is, the Steelers played no turnovers, and I think they had 1 penalty, but it was the hurry-up offenses. So if the Steelers at 75 play New England, they're going to have trouble. 425 yards, and the difference was the interception for a touchdown. That was the difference in the whole thing.
And the penalties. And Washington owned the time of possession. Well, I mean, Pittsburgh came back, but Washington had dominated time of possession, and then they just blew it.
They did.
I mean, Williams had except for the picks, he was 29 of 42. That's darn good. Bradshaw was 15 of 30.
Yeah, and take a look at that. The internet's going in and out, so it's all right though. But it's you see that, and it is, Doug Williams. If you take away those 2 interceptions, you say he goes 29 of 42. Those are great numbers, but there's 2 mistakes. Those 2 mistakes. The one, I don't know how he did it or why it happened, but those 2 interceptions, they were killers. They were absolute killers. And whenever it was 3 points, you saw this, the favorite, you simmed 1,000 times. Those things matter. And that's why football is such a great game. In basketball, you have 100 possessions a game. So if you go down by 10 early, you can make it up doing statistical things. With football, if you screw up early, that can mess up your whole game. And that's what happened. And, they were coming back, but the Steelers, my goodness, Hajashik, that was big too. Think about it. Hajashik makes that field goal, and they could just kick a field goal.
Yeah,
they kick a field goal in that situation.
And Jarella missed a field goal too, a mid-range, short to mid-range one.
And if you remember, the Steelers went for it early. They went for the throat, but they ended up getting 2 points out of that. And look at that, 26-21. If the Steelers don't get that safety, Washington kicks on 4th and 1. Whether they make it or not, I don't know. That's a different story. But they kick on 4th and 1. That's incredible. That really is. Franco and Rocky, that's 133 yards between them. It's fun. And then receiving wise, it was all Stallworth and all Swan. 7 and 7. Look at that. When you're passing the ball, it's like everybody else is just standing around going, yeah, they're going to get it.
And each of them had over 100 yards.
Yeah, it's like the old Miami Heat basketball team with when you had LeBron James and Dwayne Wade. Or actually, it would be like the Chicago Bulls of the 90s. Okay, Pippen and Jordan are going to get the ball. Okay, I'm just standing here. Okay, yeah, I got a defender. Hey, how you doing?
That's the same thing. I mean, only one other person caught the ball, and that was Reggie Garrett. He had 1 catch for 9 yards. The whole game was Swan and Stallworth.
Yeah, and I think that really is a big plus towards them. And, because when everybody knows you're getting the ball and you still get it, that's huge. And that's exactly what happened. You take a look at the sacks. Dwight White with 2, Andy Russell with 1. Dwight White, both his sacks on big plays in the second half. Dwight White ended the game with the sack. Oh, what a big sack that was. And Mel Blount's interception return for a touchdown was the absolute key. Jarella missed that field goal that was big. That was big because it would have been 29-21 had he made it. Now, I mean, we know where there's kickoffs and stuff like that and stuff in between. Bobby Walden was inside the 20 one time, touchback, but still, I think there was one where it was inside the 20 and there was a penalty and they re-kicked it again that didn't calibrate or something to that effect. But the punting was all right. It was good there. Glenn Edwards, the punt returns, it was all right. But you see that it was over 800 yards of total offense, and the Steelers win 26-21. So I'm going to ask this as you introduce the next game. I have to use the facilities real quick, and I'll be right back. But I got to go real quick.
Okay.
I'll be about in 1 minute.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and load and set up for the next game, folks. Our next game is potentially a doozy. It's going to be Joe Montana and the 1988 San Francisco 49ers on the road, and they're going to take on the greatest show on turf, the 1999 St. Louis Rams. So let's take a look at that. This will be at the TWA Dome. And we'll compare the teams. You got Bill Walsh against Dick Vermeil. You've got an overall team rating for San Francisco of a 72, and for the St. Louis Rams, an 85. San Francisco used a 3-4, 4-3 for St. Louis. Offensively, San Francisco a 76, St. Louis a 91. Defensively, San Francisco a 76, St. Louis an 82. So you look at this. Now, if it were the 89 49ers, statistically, this would be basically a coin flip. 88, they were actually 5-5. San Francisco was. They were batting 500, and then finally got their groove on and went 10-6. So that probably impacts how the simulation is going to go with the team. But we'll analyze the game, and you got to figure that the Rams are going to be a huge favorite here. But wow, I'd say so. They've got them up by 14 points. The St. Louis Rams are 14-point favorites with an over/under of 46, and they win 9 out of 10 games. But you know what? This 49er team could be like the 2001 Patriots were against the 01 Rams and pull a shocker. So while we're waiting for Chris, I'll go into the scouting menu.
Let me check. I need to check my email real quick because
Okay.
I had to take. The funny thing is, and this is one of those things. When you come back into Thailand, good. I'm negative. When you come back into Thailand,
Okay.
I know this sounds funny, but I'll explain it. When you come back into Thailand, what happens is, hold on, let me find. There we are. What happens is it's a test and go. So I got lucky because I did all my work in November. So now we go to test and go, which means you get tested. They pick your nose. And then what you do is you wait for your results 4 to 6 hours later. It took 8 for mine. So anyway, I was jet lagged, so I just slept through it. So I got negative, but you got to do it again in 7 days. Now our school is online. So now it's going back to face-to-face. So everybody needs extra tests and stuff. So I went to a new hospital yesterday. And when I got my PCR test, they went so far up my nose, I was crying. Like literally, it hurt so bad. I'd rather have a shot, and I hate needles. Because it was ridiculous. In the States now, and this is kind of a public service, but in the States, they don't go up your nose anymore. They just swab a little bit down. Like literally, I'm picking my nose more than they go up. They just swab 10 times each nostril. That's it.
Well, not that I'm not concerned for you, but this is too much information.
It is, but it's like a public service. So the reason I say that is if anybody out there listening is like, hey, I don't want to hurt. I want to go for a test, but I don't want it to hurt. It's not going to hurt in the States because all they do is swab, and they don't even go up your nose. So it's easy. It's easy. So that's easy. But here, it's different. They go all the way up, and it hurt.
Yeah,
Oh
they're
my goodness.
basically going into your brain.
Literally. So I just got my results about 10 minutes ago on my cell phone next to me, and it went boom. So I'm like, all right, because I got to check, and it says not detected, negative. So the thing is, now I got to let the school know and all that stuff, which is good. So it's a relief, because you never know, especially if you're asymptomatic. There's so many laws and rules if you do go positive, that it's tough. But my God, there's that much of a disparity at 88 and 99. Wow.
Yeah.
So I can see that.
Well, let's not forget that these are going off of stats too, and that team was not like 89. Montana threw 70.2%. Montana threw between 50 and 60 this year. So statistically, they're not like the 89 49ers or the 84 49ers or the 94 49ers. Statistically, they're the worst of the Super Bowl champions 49er teams. And when I say worst, it doesn't mean they were terrible by any means, so don't misunderstand. But yeah, I mean, 2 touchdown favorite. And I hate to say this, but I argue that's right. But as I was saying while you were gone, this 49er team, it's a Joe Montana-led team. So this team could pull an 0-1 Patriots against this Rams team. But we're about to find out.
Okay, I think so. As we're about ready to go underway, Kofor to kick. It is at St. Louis where statistically, when you run the simulation on this thing, St. Louis is almost unbeatable at home. This 99 Rams team is almost unbeatable when you play at home. They're up to the 24, and I say that because last year I ran a fantasy football league with people in our school. You bought a team. So you didn't buy players, whatever, you bought a team. And somebody bought the 99 Rams, and I believe they went 8-0 at home, and they went, the playoff structure was, they went all the way to the championship game. But every road game they struggled, and every neutral game they didn't look as good. But at home, my goodness, they were unbelievable.
Well, you know, these teams actually have, and this is something that we suggested to the programmer. He originally said, what if we had a home field advantage rating system, where if you're better at home, we include that in the game. And I said, you know, I think it's a great idea, but while you're at it, why don't you also do one for road? And the example I gave was the 89 49ers, one of the best teams in history. They lost both their games at home, but they beat up everybody on the road. And I suggested, well, can you do the same thing just in reverse and also have it for road teams? He said, yeah, I can do that. So I'm guessing that the Rams, their home rating is going to be, if they went 8-0, then it's going to be a perfect 9. 9's the best. So if they drop 3 of their games on the road and they went 5-3, then they're probably rated a 6 or a 7. I want to say maybe even a 6 on the road. And that's why they struggle, because it's reflective of what they did in real life. So that's actually built into every team. So it takes that into account. So, but if they're a perfect 9 at home, yeah, they're almost unbeatable. But hey, we've seen crazy things happen in these games, so we're about to find out.
Oh God, yeah, we're gonna see. So it'll be first down and 10 for Warner. And he's going out to throw. First play, he's gonna throw, and it's incomplete. Second down. You're gonna see a lot of passing in the game. Though it might shock you how even a running game might be.
Third down.
Nothing, it'll be third down and 13.
Wow, he lost 3. He got stuffed. Here we are saying how much of an underdog San Francisco is, and San Francisco's looking at us going, take that.
Well, if you're going to pull an upset, this is the way you do it in the first quarter. Third down and 13. Warner to throw. But hey, they did all they could. The St. Louis Rams, they couldn't get a first down, and now they're going to punt retreat, and there it is. And the 49ers, if they're going to pull the upset, then here's Taylor up to the 44. This is the way you do it. So let's see, first down and 10 for the 49ers. Nebraska University, Roger Craig. And there's offensive holding, and this is how you not pull an upset. Holding. The first down, they go Craig. Craig will be up to the 40-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 14. And Joe Montana's down. Oh, my goodness. Now we got Steve Young. Now, this is interesting. The medium passing game is going to open up. Steve Young that year was all right. So second and 14. Second down and 14. That's all.
Third down.
Terrible. Third down and 14. So let's see what they do. Young coming in. The blitz is on. Young again will throw. And Young to Taylor. Down. And down to the 43-yard line. So that's going to be first down, gain of 17. Here come the 49ers early. Need to get that. Salvo
Second down.
scores. And Tom Rathman a gain of 3. It'll be second down and 7. They're moving the ball quite well. Young to throw. They throw to Roger. He fumbles the football, but he gets it back. It'll be third down and 8. Third and 8. Montana is back. So watch him throw a pick on this play. Third down and 8. Montana to throw. Montana, and it is incomplete.
Fourth down.
So fourth down, and now they're going to punt. Mike Helton, I keep calling him Todd, he's a baseball player, but Mike Helton's going to try and pin him deep, and what a punt here to the 7-yard line. That's exactly what they want. It'll be first down and 10. Warner to Marshall. Marshall Falk will be up.
Second down, out of bounds.
It'll be second and 8. Second down and 8. Warner back to throw. Oh, my goodness, they're not doing anything. It'll be third down and 9. Third down and 9 now for Warner and the Rams. A quick throw to Watson. Watson gets a first down. Oh, what a big first down, and Watson's on the run. And he's nearing midfield. Oh, my goodness, that was a big break. And sometimes the dam will break on that kind of a play. It was a pass to Justin Watson, and here come the Rams. First down. Now the 49ers stop the throw. Go to Marshall, and they say, yeah, we can. We just did. It'll be second down. Halfway through the first. So scoreless. Warner.
Third down.
And Robert Holcomb, it'll be third down and 7. Third and 7 now for St. Louis. Very big. Warner again. Warner, and it's incomplete. They got to give it back to the 49ers. And now Tootin will punt. Tootin will kick, and here it goes. Tootin high and deep. Tootin will take it, and Taylor will take it at the 9-yard line. So here comes San Francisco. They want a couple first downs. Rogers
second down.
1. It'll be second down and 8. Gain of 2. Second down and 8. Still nothing. Montana out of the gun, unusual, and they go to Taylor.
Out of bounds.
First and 10. There's a big first down for the 49ers.
Second down.
It'll be second and 8. This 14 points wasn't our speculation. This 14 points was an actual simulation of 1,000 games. Montana to throw.
Third down,
like
penalty.
kind of a screen pass. There's a penalty, and it's holding again, and they're going to accept. Second down and 18. Montana to throw. Montana incomplete.
Third down.
Third and 18. And they got motion going. They got to try and do something. That Wilson not enough. And now they got a kick. So I don't know. Sometimes teams that are 14-point favorites, they're like midfield to the 40 and punt and then punt. But right now, St. Louis had one big play, and that's it. So it'll be first down and 10 for the Rams. 49 to go. Warner to Falk, and big for Marshall Falk. Coming out of his shell, a gain of 14, finally getting a lot of good blocks. First down and 10, 3 minutes. They get to Marshall. Boy, they're so afraid of the pass, but they're playing a run. He's still getting 3. It'll be second and 7. Warner to throw. The throw.
Third down.
Third and 1. Third and 2. Can they make it? Short yardage. Warner to Falk. He gets a first down. And that's how you win these games. When you're not playing your best, the third and short is grinding it out, getting first down. First and 10. Warner to throw. And they throw to everybody figures you're just going to go deep to Bruce the whole time. No, that's not how NFL teams win. Ronnie Lott is hurt, and Greg Cox. Oh, you know where this pass is going. You know where this is going. 28 seconds to go. Cox is deep, maybe Holt. And no to Bruce, and Bruce is going. Score, he's down to the 4, and that'll end the first quarter. It's nothing, but St. Louis is starting to take over. Mike in the truck, what do you think? St. Louis is starting to take over.
Yeah, but they haven't scored yet, and neither team has really established themselves. So it would be nice for them to score right now, to start the second quarter. But neither team has really established themselves. I mean, this is still a coin flip, and this first quarter is just flying by. So we'll just have to see, but you got to figure, at least 3 by St. Louis right now.
There are more punts in the first quarter there was in the half of the last game. Passing wise, Montana 2 of 4, Young 2 of 3. I don't know if you want to say quarterback controversy there, but not really. Warner is unbelievable. Warner has always had unbelievable stats. When he loses games, it's usually because of fumbles and they can't make 3rd and shorts. That's the biggest thing. Marshall Faulk, 22 yards in the first quarter and 88 pace. And Roger Craig, only 10 yards. I mean, they got to get the rushing game going. The 49ers play West Coast offense, but still, you want those 3-4 yard runs. That's big. That's, But you see the 49ers, they have Taylor and Wilson and Craig, but, Rice with nothing yet. And they got to start getting Rice and everybody with the ball. Isaac Bruce, 3 receptions, 35 yards. He just had that big one. Justin Watson really, when the Rams were really pinned back, had that big reception. It really saved 3 points. But we begin the second quarter here. It is Rams trying to corner the middle. It'll be 2nd and goal. He gains a yard. 2nd down and goal. 2nd and goal here from the 3-yard line. Warner. Nothing there. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and goal. Warner to throw. Warner through the middle. He scores. And that's what they needed to stop if you're San Francisco. And it's going to be, as you hear, a team, the touchdown reception from Warner. Oh, the 49ers, if they would have stopped that, it would have been 3 points. That would have been big. And now it's a 6-0 game, and now the extra point. Oh, that was big, and now the extra point. It'll be up and over, and it is good. Well, the first score of the game after the first scoreless first quarter, 7-0 St. Louis. And here's the kick. High and deep. And deep for the 49ers. He's going to be back, and touchback. We'll take a knee here. 1st and 10. Montana to DeBose. There's a gain of 4. Down. It'll be 2nd and 6. And Ronnie Lott is recovered. So he's back in, so maybe that's the reason they score. Who knows? 2nd and 6. It'll be 3rd down. 3rd and 5. Montana, they give to Craig. Craig, he's going to get the first down and more. Here comes Roger Craig across midfield. That's exactly what they need to do if they want to score and even this game out. It'll be 1st down and 10. Roger Craig, that was huge. 1st down. And 2nd down. I mean, just because he does it once, you got to set him up. He gains 3, though. 2nd and 7. Montana. They got 2. It is a far formation. Montana to throw. It's a screen. And here comes Roger Craig down to the 27.
Penalty.
It'll be for, there's a penalty. And if it's holding, that's their 3rd down. No. It's offensive interference. Oh, that's going to hurt. Now it's 2nd and 7. He can't do that. Montana to Roger.
3rd down.
2. It'll be 3rd and 15. Can't do offensive interference. Can't do it when you get a big play and you want to pull an upset. We got Jerry Rice, and Rice will get the 1st down.
Out of bounds.
Jerry Rice gets the 1st down, and all is forgiven on that call. It'll be 1st and 10, Montana.
2nd down.
Penalty.
Penalty.
Nothing there. It'll be a penalty. And it's going to be a personal foul on St. Louis. So now it's a heightened importance that San Francisco score a touchdown here. Montana gets a gain of only about 2. It'll be second down. Second down and 8. Montana now back to throw. Montana. They're going to throw. It's going to be deep, and it's going to be a score. Ron Heller. Ron Heller, the tight end, the second one from 20 yards out. And now it's going to be 7-6. No rush. Well, one rush, a little bit. They came, and they saw they conquered, though. Heller, and the touchdown catch from 20 yards, and on the road it's 7-6. The count Montana out. Kofor, it's going to be up and over, and it is good. It's 7-7. Montana versus Warner, and we're tied. 14-point underdogs. And we're tied, and there's the kick. It's one thing if San Francisco gets a fluke touchdown, and then St. Louis takes over, but San Francisco was down. St. Louis had a momentum. San Francisco, Warren can take it. Simulation-wise, he's really good. First down and 10. 29-yard line. Warner
Second down.
He pitches it to him. He gain of 5. It'll be second down. Second down, Warner. Nothing there. Third down. 3rd and 6. And Warner, there's going to be a flag, and that's not what you wanted if you're San Francisco. You got St. Louis on their heels, and you do that. 3rd and 1. Warner, the ball, and short. It's short. They're going to get it back. Orlando Pace is down from Ohio State. He was in the running for the Heisman Trophy. I forget what year. And it's 4th down and 1. Funny, the last 2 linemen I can think that were in the running for the Heisman Trophy were Orlando Pace and then John Hicks. John Hicks out of Ohio State. And the guy that won the Heisman that year was John Cappelletti, who had a heck of a good speech. 1st down and 10, Montana. Montana gives to Craig, and Craig on a run. Here comes Craig. Craig to the 33. We thought the first game was exciting. We never thought this game would be as exciting. Montana will stand in. And
second down.
Second down and 10. Orlando Pace recovered. He's going to be back in the game. And they get the ball in offense. Second down, Montana to Craig. Craig down to the 45, to the 50. Here comes Craig. Craig to the 35. Craig to the 26.
Injury.
It'll be 1st down and 10. 41 yards for Roger Craig. Mike Wilson is down. And Mike Wilson is hurt. So Wes Chandler's coming in. Wes Chandler, the former San Diego Charger.
Is it just me, or is Roger Craig taking over this game? You figured it might have been Marshall Faulk, but it's Roger Craig.
This is incredible. This is funny because if you ever play the original Tecmo Bowl, this is the team. This 49ers team is the original Tecmo Bowl team. Roger Craig is good at
second down.
Rathbun goes up the middle, a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Actually, it was brought out in 88, but it was based off of the 87 teams. So that San Francisco team from 87 was even better than this one, to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that was, I remember playing them all the time on Tecmo Bowl. Oh, my goodness. I was always a 49ers. I loved running my own version of the option play. Dubois.
3rd down.
Dubois will go down, a gain of 5, 3rd and 2. The 49ers, 14-point underdogs, might have a lead here. 3rd down and 2, Montana. Montana to throw, end zone, incomplete.
4th down.
And now Captain Hook will have a chance to kick a 35. No, they're going for it. They're going for it. 4th and 2, Montana to throw. They throw and they get it to Frank. It's John Frank. A gain of 3. They needed 2 and a 1st down. Oh, my goodness. And Wilson will come in. So it's John Frank. Frank is still in, so it wasn't Wilson's replacement. 1st down, Montana again to the near side. That's Mike Wilson. So the split end, a gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5. I can't believe that. On 4th down, Jerry Rice, that's his first catch, but what's the penalty? And it's roughing the passer, so he is going to get a catch. It will be enforced. It's 1st and goal from the 4. First and goal from the 4. They give to Craig. Nothing.
Second
And
down,
it's
out
going to be 2
of bounds.
minutes. 2 minutes. Oh no, they're going to go for it. 2:02. They're going to run it before the warning. Right up the middle.
Third down.
And he's going to get only a yard. 2 minutes. It's 7-7. This is a recipe for, like, this wasn't us saying that they were 14-point underdogs. They ran 1,000 games. We're seeing something that has happened 1 in 100 times. Like, this is incredible.
Literally. It was 91% of the 1,000 games St. Louis won. So it's basically 9 out of 10 times St. Louis wins. And are we watching the 1 in 10 time where San Francisco, we're not to the half, but San Francisco looks like they're about to take the lead. And Roger Craig is running he's running like Walter Payton. He's all over the place.
My goodness. And we remember the St. Louis Rams. They didn't have a bad defense. Remember in the NFC Championship game, for a long time in that game, it was 6-5 against the Buccaneers. And then they scored to make it 11-6, and I think that's how it ended. So, the St. Louis can turn it on defensively when they need to. 3rd and goal. This is a big 3rd and goal. If they get a touchdown, that's 4th down. 4th down, and now they're going to kick. They're going to let the clock run. They're going to hurry to the line. No, Copeland. And there's the Captain Hook. It is up and good. And hits a very easy 21-yard field goal. And now it's 10-7.
I don't know why, but why rush to the line? You're giving Kurt Warner that much more time.
Yeah. I wondered about that. And also, sometimes they use timeouts there. You want that clock to run. You want your field goal to be the last play. In the end zone, and Warner to take the knee. So 1st down and 10. Let's see what Warner can do. He's on his own 25. Warner to throw. Warner's going to go to the near side. It's caught by Isaac Bruce. First down. He's out of bounds. Clock will stop. 25 to go. Warner. One intercepted by Warner. He could go. Warner stops him. But Warner, and this is how you pull an upset right here. This is how you do it. Warner, and that's the interception. That is big. Warner right there. And San Francisco has a chance now to go up by 10. It'll be 1st down and 10. These are rivals. We know that, but Montana to Craig. Right through the middle, and it'll be 2nd and 6. And San Francisco calls a timeout here. They got time. You can run or pass at your leisure. They know it's Craig and out of bounds.
3rd down, out of bounds.
It'll be 3rd and 2. I think they found a weakness here. The running game, the running defense. 3rd and 2. Montana to the right. Rice's 2nd catch of the day. It's going to be 1st down. They go 47 seconds to go. 2 timeouts. Montana to Dubois. Down to the 3. That'll be 2nd and goal. 42 seconds left. 10-7. Back to throw Montana. Incomplete.
3rd down. Penalty.
Down. Oh, there's a penalty. And it's holding, though. It is holding. So it'll be 2nd and goal. 35 seconds to go. Gives them another shot at the end zone. Montana to throw, and they throw, and it is incomplete. They've thrown about 9 Rams.
I was going to say, it looked like almost the entire team was over in that corner. They knew what was going on.
Yeah, they said the heck with it. They just went up there. 3rd and goal. Back to throw, Montana, they throw, and it is Scott Wilson, touchdown. Mike Wilson was injured earlier in the game. He's made a comeback, and now it's 16-7. This is incredible. The upset, a huge upset right now. 16-7. This is incredible. Even the computer didn't see this coming. Gopher, and the extra point is up, and it is good. 17-7. My goodness. Even the computer didn't see this coming. So it's going to be high and deep. San Francisco 17, St. Louis 7. In the end zone, and out of the back, and Warren will take a knee. So 1st down and 10, 17-7. Warner to throw, and they're going to throw, and it's incomplete. Second down. 2nd and 10. Now in the 16 seconds. Warner. Warner again. Warner to throw, and Warner, and it's incomplete.
Third down.
3rd and 10. 3rd and 10. Warner. Back to throw. Warner, and deep. Down the middle, and it's caught by Holt. And this is 10 seconds, and they're going to call timeout. They're going to have chances. Are they going to have a chance here? They do with 3 seconds, and now it's going to be a Hail Mary. No 62-yard field goal. It's going to be a Hail Mary here. Warner. Warner with 3 seconds. He's going to check it to the end zone, and there it is. Well, they get it in the end zone, and it is got it! Touchdown! As a Hurricane has scored from 45 yards away, and it is now 17-13. Oh, that was huge. That's exactly what the Rams needed, and that's how you avoid an upset. The 49ers, it's the worst thing that could have happened. Anything but that. Anything but that, and as a Hurricane, the touchdown. Oh, my goodness. Oh, what a catch. That was huge. Oh, as a Hurricane. Oh, my. And now for the extra. That's going to skew the stats, though. When we see the stats, take away 45 yards. That last play, and it's at halftime. It's 17-14. Well, as I get a drink of water here for a second, we go over the halftime stats. St. Louis was only throwing 149 yards of offense before that last play. The 49ers have been much more balanced, much more on target. Oh my goodness, that Hail Mary.
That might redefine this whole game. Might redefine the whole game.
I'll be right back. I'm going to get some water. If you want to do some analysis here, I'll be right back.
Will do. San Francisco actually had the ball between 4 and 5 minutes longer. And they actually were 1 and 1 on 4th down conversions, 5 of 9 on 3rd down, while St. Louis was 4 of 7, which isn't bad by any means. Passing, San Francisco 11 of 17. Kurt Warner was 10 of 15, but a pick. San Francisco's actually got better yardage, 224 to 191. The 49ers have 124 yards rushing on 20 attempts. St. Louis, 27 yards on 12 attempts. That's insane. Roger Craig has Marshall Faulk plus Walter Payton numbers all rolled in one. He was all over the place. But that Hail Mary touchdown at the end of the half, that could just be a massive momentum changer for everything. Passing for San Francisco, you had Steve Young come in a bit when Montana got hurt. Steve Young went 2 for 3. Montana 9 of 14 for 84 yards and a quarterback rating of 120.24. He's got 2 touchdowns. Kurt Warner 10 of 15, which is 66.7%, 164 yards, 2 touchdowns and a pick. He still has 115 for a quarterback rating. Rushing, huge surprise. Marshall Faulk, 9 rushes for only 26 yards, averaging 2.9 a carry. Meanwhile, you take a look at Roger Craig. He's got 13 rushes for 102 yards. It's the first half. 13 rushes for 102 yards. He's averaging 7.8 a carry. That's insane. Receiving, you've got Wilson and Rice, both with 3. Taylor with 2 catches. And Heller has 1, the tight end, for a touchdown. It looks like San Francisco's really spreading the ball out. They've hit 3 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and Roger Craig, but he lost on his reception, lost a yard. When it comes to the Rams, Isaac Bruce with 4 catches for 45 yards. Hakeem 2 catches for 2 touchdowns. Watson a catch for 38. Holt 1 for 30. I think that you're going to see in the second half more passes going to Holt and Faulk. I think Faulk is going to wake up in the second half. Defensively, the Rams, your tackle leader is Farr, who's the right tackle. And actually, this is a sad fact. Their strong safety Jenkins is, I take that back. Their strong safety Jenkins is the tackle leader with 6 tackles. For San Francisco, your tackle leader is actually Ronnie Lott with 4. And Walker has that 1 interception, and I thought he was gone. I was getting flashbacks of Warner throwing the pick to Tyler in the Super Bowl, who returned it for a touchdown. But that's where
Was
we're
that the
at.
one? Was that the interception that was called back because of a stupid penalty or something like that?
With the
There
top,
was something where New England was going to win to get make it 24-3. It was 17-3, and then they scored or something, and it was a horrible penalty. And St. Louis got the ball back, and they moved up, and they ended up scoring on that drive.
no, this is in the first half where Warner was under pressure,
Okay.
tried to throw it, and Ty Law got a pick 6. That's what that almost reminded me of. But we can just jump right into the second half here with. It's almost like nothing changed because they scored at the end of the half, and here we are starting the second half, and they're kicking off.
Yeah, this is going to be big. I think the first 2 possessions are going to dictate how this game is going to go. If the 49ers can get the football and they can do something, we're going to go in. But if they go 3 and out 2 times, even if the Rams do nothing, I think it's going to be trouble for them. So first down, you got Craig and Raskin. It's in the formation. Montana to throw. Montana right through the middle and complete.
Second down.
It'll be second down and 10. One thing the 49ers don't have is that signature turnover that the St. Louis Rams have.
Third down.
Third 9. Third and 8. So third down and 8. Montana from the gun. He looks. He pump fakes. He throws it. It's a little bit long. Intercepted. And that's Lyle. But the thing with that interception is that's like a bad punt. It's intercepted, but it was third down and 10. And it's at midfield, so it's like a punt. So it's like first down. So I don't know if I can really call it a game-changing interception. It hit the Falk. He gets about 10.
Injury.
He woke up at halftime, whatever Dick Vermeil did. The Falk is down, but he's going to come back. So that'll be interesting. Justin Watson is coming back in. So here we go. Here's Warner. Back to throw. Warner's going to throw it deeper, and it's caught by Ezra King. He's having a monster day. Great day. It'll be first down and 10. Boy, the Rams, you just get inevitability here that they're going to score a touchdown. Warner.
Second down.
And that's going to be a gain of 6. Second down and 4. Second and 4. Warner. And they moved. And it'll be second and 9. Second down and 9. Here's Warner.
Third down.
It'll be third down and 10. Third and 10. 11 and a half minutes to go. Third and 10. Warner's going to by Holt to the 11. And it'll be first and 10. Marshall Falk has recovered. First down and 10. Warner. They give to Falk. Falk's going to score. And he's returned back in the game. And this is, I'm going to talk about what the computer read this for the 14-point favorites right here. Warner, and now it is a 20-17 lead. This will be St. Louis' first lead of the day. The 49ers, they got up. And here it is. The kick will be up, over, and it is St. Louis. Actually, no, this is the second lead of the day. They led 7-0. The 49ers tied it at 7. So this is their first lead since 7-0. And here's the kick. It's going to be deep. Can San Francisco respond? They did when they were down 7-0 with those back in the end zone. Well, let's see what the 49ers, what they can do. It'll be first down. Full house backfield. Montana to DeBose.
Second down.
Gain of 4. It'll be second and 6. Second down and 6. Montana.
Third down.
It'll be third down. Third and 7. This is big. This is a big one. Montana. Back to throw. He throws. It's not enough. Not enough, and now they're going to have to kick. They tried to respond, and it didn't work by Kelvin, and there's the punt. They're going to try and pin them deep. Not the longest, but up to the 35. So this game is really going to be what happens now. 21-17. St. Louis trying to get that 2-score lead.
Second down.
It's got Piazza here, and that's a gain of 6. Second down. Second down. Well, we said the first 2.
Third
San Francisco had 2, and they didn't look good on either one of them. Possessions. 3rd and 5. Warner to throw. Warner stopped by Holt in the first down. And you get that. Yeah, that was a big 3rd and 5, and you get that feeling again. Warner again to throw. Warner, and it is incomplete. Second down. St. Louis finally has the ball and the lead. It'll be second down and 10. The 49ers before, and they jump off sides. I mean, if you, like, seriously, if you want to pull this upset, you can't do that. Can't do that. Second and 5. Warner again. Warner goes to the middle of Falk. It'll be 3rd and 1 instead of 3rd and 6. 3rd down and 1. They go to throw. Warner again. It's stopped by Isaac Bruce in the first down. So they're just getting what they have to do. This is one of those crazy drives. Warner is sacked.
Down.
A big sack here, and it'll be 2nd and 16. So 2nd and 16. This is one of those drives where it's going to be like 19 plays, but it won't feel that way. Incomplete, and now they got to get field goal yards. Jeff Wilkins is very good, but now they got to get field goal yards, or else they're not going to kick 59 yards. And they might do a long one, be 55. From here, they won't. So San Francisco cools off a little bit. St. Louis stalled. But the kick will be over, and it'll be down to the 7-yard line. 49ers went 3 and out twice. And now this will be their 3rd possession of the half, Montana. And
Second down.
And he loses 3. It'll be 2nd down. Montana to throw. He gets away. Gets it to Rathman. Rathman, he gets the first down. And that's huge. He gets the first. Oh, there's a penalty. And it is holding, and that hurts. That really hurts. So here's Montana. Montana, and back to throw. Montana to might be. No safety. 3rd and 15. A big 3rd and 15. Montana. Back to throw. They get it. And he's in. It's a safety. It's got to be, and it is. Kevin Carter gets him in the end zone, and it's now a 6-point game. Oh, that's not good. So it's going to be high and deep. What a kick. Wow, that is a great kick for a 20-yard line. Carpenter will bring it up to the 30-yard line, under 2 minutes to go. They're going to try and end this. Well, they jump off sides again. They'd like to have the ball at the end of the quarter. 1st down and 5. Warner. Warner to throw. Warner, and he's sacked. So although they jumped off sides, it'll be 2nd and 13. Warner is 2nd down and 13. Back to throw. It's a screen. They go to Watson.
3rd down.
And it'll be 3rd and 9. If it's on the ground, it'll end the quarter. 3rd down and 9. Warner, and he goes down. And as we begin the 4th quarter, as dominating as St. Louis was in that 3rd, San Francisco can take the lead. They're only down by 6. What's your reading on this? This is a strange game so far. You're on mute.
It is a strange game. It looks like the Rams were taking over, and they were. And then it just collapsed at the very end of this quarter. Even though they got that safety on San Francisco, it's collapsed. And I think if San Francisco, I mean, technically score with the extra point, a touchdown with the extra point, they're up by 1, but they could also get all the momentum back that they had in the first half. So after this punt, this next drive for San Francisco is probably pretty critical.
I think so. I mean, there's only so much that you can put Warner down. There's only so much that, Kurt Warner, Like, there's only so many times you can stop Kurt Warner. I mean, look at that. He even threw a pick, but you have the feeling he's going to start hitting some, long ones. He's like Peyton Manning. The reason why teams want to possess the football against Peyton Manning is if you give Peyton Manning 10 possessions, he's going to have 2 touchdown passes at least at his worst day. So you want to make that so they only have 6 or 7 possessions. There's a way to stop them every time then. And I think that right now the 49ers, you can't – if they can go and be very balanced, they got a shot. 14-point underdogs, they have a shot.
And look at Roger Craig, 1 yard away from hitting 100.
Oh, my. Oh, my. So, we have this is going to be a big fourth quarter. Both fourth quarters today are big. I mean, we're not flying through these games. We really just don't know who's going to win these games. And Isaac Bruce is, look at that. He's 6 receptions. We haven't heard from him since the very beginning of the third quarter, and that was it. Akeem, 4 for 75. He's like Lynn Swan. He doesn't catch many, but what he catches is important. And, defensively, I don't know. Who knows how this goes? 3 sacks, though, by the 49ers. What a way to cool down. That's like in any NBA when you call a timeout when another team makes a run. I mean, they're taking sacks. Here it is, fourth quarter. It's going to be high and deep. And the 49ers Taylor with the 41. 23-17, St. Louis leads by 6. 49ers again, Montana, they move, so they're going to be bringing this back to the 45-yard line.
Penalty.
It's going to be back. It's going to be 1st and 15. 1st and 15. Montana gets the wrap and only gain of 1. Another penalty, let's see. And an illegal block, so they are moving backwards. This is not good for the 49ers. Montana's in the gun, something to really get as a player, and they go to Jerry Rice.
Penalty. And
there's another penalty. Oh, my God. Good. Oh, my God. Talk about it. This is Chernobyl. This implosion. This has gone nuclear right now. 1st and 30. Montana to throw, and it's John Wilson.
2nd down.
And it'll be 2nd and 23. Got 7 back of 30. Montana 2nd and 23. There's a flag. And, St. Louis now. It's now 2nd and 18. From 1st and 30 to 2nd and 18. Montana to throw. Montana will throw, and it's incomplete.
3rd down.
Now they need 18. Todd Collins will stop. 3rd down and 18. Montana, and it's Taylor. He's a yard short. And there's a penalty. And it's holding, and they get the 1st down. It was 1st and 30, and now they got a 1st down. It was 1st and 30, and now they got a 1st down. This is incredible. And they only moved the ball 12 yards because of the penalty. 1st down and 10. You want to get up. Right?
2nd down.
And he's going to go to the 41, a gain of 3, 2nd and 7. My goodness. This is incredible. 2nd down and 7. Montana to Craig. Craig on the run. Craig, he's having an incredible day. Craig down to the 30. He's over 100 yards. He has 126 on the day. He had 99 before that run. 1st down and 10 on the drive. A field goal will work here. And Roger.
2nd down.
126. He's up to 132 with that 6-yard gain. 2nd down and 4. Craig again. They're just going to him.
3rd down. Out of bounds. Penalty.
He loses 2. There's a penalty. And it's going to be holding. 2nd and 14. Big for field goal yardage. 2nd down and 14. Montana. They give it to Roger. Craig. Roger again.
3rd down.
Down to the 24. 3rd and 2. 10:59 to go. 3rd down and 2. Montana to Rice and a 1st down. Jerry Rice to the 9-yard line. And the 14-point underdogs are 9 yards away from taking the lead in the 4th quarter. 1st and goal. Montana, and they get the run.
2nd down.
It'll be 2nd down and goal. This is to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Montana to Craig. Down to the 6. Third down and goal. This is for the lead here in the fourth quarter. Montana, and he goes. Oh,
Fourth down.
Fourth down.
I thought he had it. I thought it was right
I
there.
thought it was. Oh my, I agree. I thought it was in. I looked at that. I'm like, oh my goodness, they're going to take the lead. Kofor's going to make it a 3-point game. If Captain Hook can hit this, and it is up over, and it is good. It's 23-20 now. Oh, this is big. Wow. And it's coming down to the end. St. Louis deep. And this will be Carpenter. Carpenter not as good as the other returner, but Carpenter up to the 34. This Ram team a lot of times gets saved by their special teams, and especially their kick returns. So it'll be first down and 10. Warner to throw. Warner, and Warner. There's the defensive line, and there's the sack. There's the defensive line. That's the fourth sack on the day of Kurt Warner. And this San Francisco team is incredible now. Second down and 18. This defensive line is doing very well. They give to Marshall Falk. Again, gets a little bit back. It's going to be third down, though. Third down and 13. 23-20. Warner to throw. Warner. He's going to throw it, and it is incomplete. They got to give it back. And they got to give the 14-point underdogs the ball back in the fourth quarter with Montana as their quarterback. It's going to be high and deep. And this one will go out at the 27. Rick Tootin, 41 yards. Montana, this is up to him. 7 minutes to go in the game, Montana. Montana, they're only got 3 batsmen. They can do whatever they want. You don't need to think about time yet. You can go slow, you can run, pass, nice mix, whatever you want. Montana, the rollout. Montana to the near side. There's Jerry Rice. Rice on a run. 44. Oh, my goodness. Here that is. They are pressuring now the Rams. Under 6 minutes to go. And from the 44, Montana to throw. And it is caught by Frank. 29, they're going for the lead now. They don't care about time. They're going for the lead. 5 to go in the game. Here they go. Montana to the and he gets about 4.
Injury.
It'll be 2nd and 6. And Keith Lyle is down. St. Louis Keith Lyle is down. Tajay Allen is coming in. We got to see where Allen is. They might be throwing. Allen is in the back. I think John Taylor. They might throw to Taylor on this play. Montana. Let's see what they do. They go over Montana and they throw. It's to Rice. Rice to the 10, Rice to the 6. And they're 6 yards away from the lead. They're 6 yards away from the lead. A 14-point underdog is 6 yards away on the road. Well, this would be big. We thought this game would be just an absolute blowout in the very beginning, but this is Joe Montana. My goodness.
Yeah, if you take the 4 minutes off the clock and have 21 seconds, doesn't this feel like the Super Bowl when they beat Cincinnati the second time? Can they do it again? But then again, the other side has Kurt Warner and the greatest show on turf. So who knows what's going to happen in the next 4 minutes? This game is just nuts.
It is. You got a huge, the computer said itself. These are not our odds. This is the simulated odds. And that's showing that we're seeing a big anomaly here. We're seeing a huge anomaly, which is great. So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 7-yard line. Montana incomplete. And it'll be 2nd down. Oh, my goodness. The tension here. 2nd down and goal. Craig only gets a yard. It'll be 3rd down and goal. 3rd and goal. Montana. Oh, this could be the game here. Montana to throw. They throw, and it's incomplete. Now they got a kick. Captain Hook. Captain Hook from 24 yards. And this is a huge field goal. And this will be up over, and we're tied. 14-point underdogs are tied. Oh, my. From 14-0. Keith Lyle is back in the game. 2:45 to go. We're tied at 23. Boy, what a difference. The first games we had were all blowouts, and we were talking about things and weird things and stuff does. But these two games
Touchback.
are really what the tournament could be and will be later on in the rounds. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Rams. We might have an overtime game. You never know. Warner, maybe it'll be like the Raiders and Chargers. They play ball.
2nd down.
And let's see what they do. It'll be 2nd and 7. Are they going to go for no? They're going to go for the warning, but they're probably going to throw the ball here. Warner, and it's
3rd
incomplete.
down.
Do they get the warning or what is it? Let's see. 3rd and 7. Warner, this is huge. Warner to throw. They throw. Caught by Robinson. That was a huge catch. In the back of your head, you knew 3rd down. They needed it. But 2 minutes to go. All they need is a point. And I don't know. I'm going to throw us out there. Mike in the truck, do you think they're going to get that point?
Here's the problem with this whole scenario. We're at the 2-minute warning. You've got the greatest show on turf, but if you leave too much time, the other side has Joe Montana.
So I guess the question is, do you see, if you believe that St. Louis is going to score inevitably, do you think San Francisco is going to come back?
With enough time? Yes, I do. This game is
Wow.
insane.
It is. The upset is really making it's a good game, but it becomes legendary when you figure San Francisco is a 14-point underdog, and we ran 1,000 games, and 921 of them were won by St. Louis. So, oh my. And let's see what happens with Montana and Warner. But Warner's got to go to Watson. Only gain of 1. It's 2nd and 9. They want to make sure Montana doesn't have the time. That's smart. I might say, why do that? That's so Montana doesn't have the time. Warner to throw. He throws it, and it is caught by Holt. And Holt is down, and Holt is to the 28. My computer lagged a little bit, but then it was a little bit, and you can see on this that that's the big one. And Warner, and what do you do? I would say run the ball, make San Francisco use their timeout. Holt, it would be 50, oh no, it would be 28-yard line, 45 yards from this point. Oh, that is big. So San Francisco calling timeouts. 1st down, Warner to throw. Warner, he's throwing down the middle. It's incomplete.
2nd down.
It's going to be 2nd and 10. So we'll kind of even out the timeout scenarios. 23-23, Warner. Here they go to throw. Warner, he throws on the ground. Caught by Bruce on the 1st down. And now you got to say run it down and win the game. That's the thing. San Francisco calling timeouts. Warner on 1st down. 18 seconds. Marshall gets nothing. But it's 2nd down and 13. They're just going to run it down. San Francisco calls a timeout. 2nd down, Warner.
That was San Francisco's last timeout.
Oh, my. It's looking bleak for San Francisco. It is a nice Marshall Falk, and it's going to be down to the 16, 3rd and 8. They're going to let it run. 28 seconds. Right up the middle, and now the game is this.
Yeah, it looks like that they were Watson ran it right into the center to set up for right down the middle field goal.
31-yard field goal, and the biggest scare you can possibly have in a game. But this would be 41 yards, and this is to get that point they need to go to the next round. Jeff Wilkins, if he misses, it would be utter shocking, but we got to see what happens. Anything can happen here. Let's see, 31 yards for Wilkins, and this is to avoid the biggest upset in this game. Here we go, and here it is. Up, over, and the last play is good. St. Louis game. Usually I fall out of my chair at last-second field goals, but the fact they were 14-point favorites, it's more, if you're a Rams fan, a relief that your rivals don't knock you out. And I guess going forward, the question is this because of deficiencies you have with better teams, with other teams that are good, or is this because it's your rival and rivals play games like this.
Now, but here's something to think about. This was the 88 team that went 10-6. If they face the 89 team, which had far superior statistics, what are they going to run into?
That's the question, because St. Louis, I don't know. They didn't exactly play a turnover-filled game. I don't even think they had one.
Sacks killed them, though. I mean, the sacks really, and the 49ers got very key sacks against them.
And I think you're right. When in the second half, you take a look, total sacks. San Francisco sacked Warner 4 times for 30 yards. They happened at the key time. In 1989, they had better stats. Their defense was really good. So we're going to see, I mean, if they play them. But then again, the 89 49ers, you take a look, though. Montana looked good. Take away that interception. But it's just that the whole nature of the game, the way they ran their offense, they ran for 100 and some yards. So you're not going to get the passing yards there because the rushing, Craig had 148. Between him and Dubose, that's 166, but 160, so 170. Sorry, it's 170. Craig and Dubose are 170, but Craig had 148 of it. So it's like the greatest home run hitting tandem in history was Hank Aaron and his brother. Yeah, Hank Aaron had 755 and his brother had 1. Jerry Rice, was very big. It took a while for Rice, but then they really did a lot of stuff. But you notice Ron Heller and Mike Wilson caught the touchdowns, which was big. So really, when you look at this Rams team, I'm impressed at the way at the very end they came down and scored. I'm impressed at the way they handled the clock. I'm impressed at a lot of the things, but I'm not as impressed as I could be. Kurt Warner, 21 of 31, 282. He had a 45-yard strike. His rating's over 100. I'm impressed, but knowing Kurt Warner, I could be more impressed. And Falk got in the second half what he needed. Again, Marshall Falk, I'm impressed by the way he came back in the second half.
Yeah, he was absolutely flat in the first half. The running back of the day was, without question, Roger Craig. And if San Francisco won this game, he might have been the MVP.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing. And, when you take a look at spreading the ball around, Isaac Bruce, but Torrey Holt, he didn't have a catch in the second half, I don't believe. Azahir Hakeem, I believe it. Yeah, Azahir Hakeem's last catch was the Hail Mary. He was silent. Torrey Holt might have had one. Isaac Bruce was there. Watson had another big one for 6 yards, 4 yards. But, it was a struggle against a 14-point team. Now, let's get this, though. We saw an anomaly. So when you sim it in the next rounds, the odds of them getting the upset of the 1 in 10 game now becomes greater. So randomly, statistically, we're going to see a stronger team. But that doesn't necessarily mean they survived and dodged a bullet and they're going to walk to the championship. No way. No way. You see, defensively, the Rams need more sacks. They need more pressure. They got none. I mean, a couple times Joe Montana, with all his feet in cement, he sidestepped and he went around and he threw passes. Well, the 49ers, they got 4 sacks. 4 of them in an interception. So Captain Hook hit all 3. And Jeff Wilkins hit the biggest one. He was 1 for 1. Tootin was in, and Tootin can kick. He's good. And, it's all, Barry Helton. I kept calling him Mike and Todd, and I always screw up that first name. But Barry Helton. And kick returns, nothing for San Francisco. Punt returns, John Taylor, okay for St. Louis. St. Louis is good at their kick returns. Their punt returns are okay. But if you go to the St. Louis kick returns, that's their strength. They're always starting on the 30 to 35-yard line. They're always starting, and they are really, really good when it comes to kick returns for a touchdown. Craig with 148 yards rushing. Of course, St. Louis has to look at that. They have to look at that. 148 yards rushing and give to a running back. That's big. So let's take a look at the next matchups next time. What are two that you want to do for next time?
Well, we have this in two different 32 team brackets. So this is bracket number 2. So our second game of our next doubleheader will be the 54 Cleveland Browns against the 66 Green Bay Packers. So we're going old school, a 50s team against a 60s team. That'll be our second game. Our first game, let's load that up. So that'll be bracket 1. It'll be that'll be a defensive battle. The '08 Steelers against the '86 Giants.
Oh, the team with the worst offensive line in history to win a Super Bowl versus one of the best defenses ever.
But the thing is, Pittsburgh had a fantastic defense too, and their offense, even though their line was not all that good, was still able to rack up points. So, I mean, this game is on. I'm going to favor the Giants, but I wouldn't count the Steelers out in that one.
Yeah, that'll be a fun one because of the quick passing game. If there's any weather to that game, if it's snow or rain, I'm going to favor the Giants easily. But if there's no weather to that game, then the Steelers are really, the quick passing. I'm going to see how New York handles the quick passing of the Steelers. And if they can handle the West Coast offense, which kind of the Steelers ran that year later on, and they ended up winning the Super Bowl doing that, if they can handle that, then they're gonna be in for a really good day.
Well, if you consider our bracket, we had a couple play-ins, and the only upset out of all this is the very first matchup you see, and that's the undefeated 72 Dolphins. They lost. That was a weird game. Miami was up 7-3 at the half, and then the opening drive of the second half, the 61 Texans marched right down the field and scored a touchdown, but then nobody could do anything after that. That is the only home team, which is always the higher seed in the first bracket. That is the only home team in this whole tournament so far, the number 1 seed Dolphins, that has lost. Every other game has been the home team winning so far.
It's either a pattern or somebody's due. And when you see a 627, the margin of error from the top to the bottom is so little. Yes, we're going on human rankings and not machine rankings. But still, when you win a championship and you're rated, the margin, the talent gap is not going to be much from the top to the bottom. Now, there are going to be some anomalies, like 53 Detroit is going to have a heck of a time against New England. That's just the way it is. But Cleveland and Miami, Cleveland is built. They have a good running game and all that stuff. And the way that things were calibrated and stuff like that, they have a shot. Like 53 Detroit might be a little bit because Bobby Lane was all right and their defense is okay. But, the talent gap, anybody can beat anybody. And you have the weather on, correct, for this?
Yes. Yes,
okay,
the weather is on.
I don't think we've had a rain or a snow game yet. So if we have a rain or a snow game, that could really equalize things, especially, it's in the dome. That's why I'm so glad the Indianapolis-New Orleans game is in the dome.
Yeah, that one I can't wait for. But I tell you what, the one below it too, the 71 Cowboys and 03 Patriots ought to be a really good game too.
That should be. They're not the best in the tournament, but they're the closest.
Right.
And I think they're accurately seeded. And I think they're built a lot the same because people remember Tom Brady as the, throwing 5,000 touchdowns. But back then he wasn't the 5,000 touchdowns. They were a very balanced team, and same with Dallas. And they had a very good defense, and so there are a lot of really good matchups coming up.
I would argue Dallas has a defensive advantage. I think that 71 defense is underrated, and I think they're going to shock a lot of people.
And I agree with you. I think the 2003 New England team, I think Well, I think that early on we did a lot of the 132s, 230. We're going right down the line. So
Right.
I think that they're going to get a lot closer here, and we're going to see a lot more things because I think we started off and we had to get those games done because those are like the fodder teams. Okay, they won, so nostalgia. Let's put them in the list. But now we're getting into the meat and potatoes, and now we're getting into games where home field advantage is going to be even bigger because it's going to give you that 1 or 2 point edge. And of course, like the Steelers today, they're screaming and yelling. There's a mix up and it's a pick six, and that's the game. That's all Three Rivers. That's all home field advantage.
It was part of it. And look at
Yeah.
a couple weeks from now. We've got Peyton Manning's Super Bowl champion Broncos against John Elway's Super Bowl champion Broncos. It's one of those anomalies where it just happens to be the same franchise playing each other with the seedings.
Yeah. In England, they call that a derby, real quick. And I know we want to go here, but they call it a derby. Usually, I hate derbies because
Yeah.
it's like, oh, well, you call the same people. But this is a special one. I'm going to really enjoy this because you have a big following of people in Denver that talk about the greatest Denver team. Now, it was 2013 Denver because I think, no, 2015. It was 2015 Denver. People talk about which Denver team was better and which quarterback was better. Was it Manning? So there is a huge question mark of people that want to say, hey, which team was better? Was it the Elways or was it the Mannings?
Yeah, but
So I'm going to
that
really enjoy this
but
one.
I don't know that's going to be completely fair because this is Manning's last year, and he was showing. Um, he was starting to show. He's absolutely starting to show his age. 2 years before, he was lighting it up, but in 2015, he's like Roethlisberger. He's showing his
Yeah.
age. He's not what he was. He's still a good athlete. Don't misunderstand, but he's not what he was, and that's what Roethlisberger's going through right now. Um, Elway was still sharp in his last year. He was still very sharp, but defensively, you got to get the advantage of 2015. But offensively, I mean, you still have Elway. Plus, you've got the only 2,000-yard rusher to go to and win a Super Bowl
Yeah,
with
Terrell
Terrell
Davis.
Davis. The only one that actually went 2,000 yards and won a Super Bowl was Terrell Davis.
Well, this is funny because both these teams, it just dawned on me. This is the only matchup we have where it's legends in their last year of their
Oh,
careers.
that's true too. Yeah, and they both
And
retired. They both retired as champions. You're right.
And I'm hoping that Craig Morton glitch happens because I want to see Bubby Brister. I want to see Bubby Brister come in and light it up for 400 yards.
Against what was the name of the backup that they had for Denver? They traded him
Uh,
the following year.
Osweiler?
Yeah, Brock Osweiler. You
Yeah,
want Bubby
Brister's better
Brister
than
against Brock
Osweiler.
Osweiler?
Oh, Brister would light him up. Brister, that's the thing. Brister in his past, like Brister, when you take a look at the talent he never had around him and
Yeah,
what he did, oh my goodness, it's like, no, he's not Hall of Fame material, but he certainly is nobody to just write off. And I would not say any disparaging things. I would say, I think last time I checked, he ran quarterback camps and all that stuff.
yeah,
And I'm surprised he's not an analyst because when you run camps and all that stuff for a living and stuff like that, you know your position, you know how to coach it, and you promote yourself through being an analyst. So, the Bubster, Walter Andrew Brister III, I'd love to see him come in and light it up for 300 yards. That's great because when I was a kid, that 1989 season, the way he engineered to beat the Oilers, the way he went and Chuck Noll, that's the biggest thing. Chuck Noll was a Brister fan. And then when Bill Cowher took over, he took O'Donnell over Brister. And that's where some of the hard feelings, the heartache, the hard feelings to Pittsburgh comes along is that Brister was going to be the next thing. He was ready to go. And then here comes O'Donnell from Maryland and all of a sudden it's like, wait a second, why are you, we have a good thing going, we're ready. So I mean, he had a little bit of his flaws. He'd throw screen passes like he was throwing a fastball, and it would, I think he was drafted by the Yankees, Brister. um
I don't know.
but I think it was one of those baseball Tigers. I think it was the Tigers. I got to go check. I might be wrong, and I'm guessing on this, so I'm probably wrong. But I think it was also, but that's the thing. He never could time his throws. He would always throw a 90-yard bomb like he'd throw a 5-yard screen pass.
You know what I
Before
would have
Dwight
liked to have
Stone.
seen since you're talking about backups? Our first matchup, the 75 Steelers and 87 Washington team, their backups. Can you imagine if it was Jay Schrader against Joe Gilliam?
Remember in my before Christmas, I did a 2nd and 10 thing where I did the whole league
Yeah,
in history and an alternate thing. It was Joe Gilliam that won a Super Bowl in '74 or '75. I forget which one it was, but it was Gilliam that
probably
actually,
74 because I think he threw more than Bradshaw did in 74.
and they won it,
Yeah,
and he was the quarterback.
yeah.
And it's like, wow, no, 74, 72, 74. I think they won it because
It
they
was
won two.
74. That's when he actually threw the ball more than Bradshaw. He had more statistics. So if you do a number cruncher and you go by those numbers, Gilliam is usually the starting quarterback, unless you artificially put Bradshaw in. And the same thing, ironically, for Washington, Schrader threw more than Williams. So a lot of games have Schrader as a starter. So if it was the 74 Steelers against the 87 Redskins and it was built that way, it would have been Schrader against Gilliam. But anyway, I gotta go to bed. I'm going to
All
bed.
right.
But yeah, Chris, thank you once again, and hopefully we can do this again soon. And who knows, maybe by this summer we'll be done with this tournament.
Yeah. But we're going to have a lot of great. And the thing I like about this is, um, I like this tournament because of this. Yes, it's going to take a long time, but these are the type of games that we would do the one-offs on.
Right.
You would say, "Hey, what about Kansas City against Baltimore's great defense?" What would so this tournament is killing two birds with one stone. Not only is it a tournament, but it's killing the one-off games.
Right.
Like the games that we would say, "Oh, what about Dallas and the New York Jets? What about Tampa Bay's defense against the Johnny Unitas?" Like it's hitting, and which Denver team would be better? So we're hitting two birds with one stone. So that's why I like this, and I'm glad about the longevity of this.
Yeah. Well, I appreciate you being on board, Chris. I'm gonna head on out, but we'll catch up soon. And thank you once again for all this. And have a good night, and everybody else have a good night as well.
Sure, just one question after we sign off. I just have one question for you after we sign off.
Okay. All right. Good night, everybody.